Oh, yeah.
Are we live? Is it go time?
Bruh.
Superior producer? Go time?
Go time.
It's go time? It's goat time.
Go time.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Cosmic Soup Recording, you are listening to the Gio and Meatbag Show.
Oh, shit, everybody!
Hello.
What is up?
We're back. We are back. We are back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gio and Meatbag Show, episode number 53.
Baby.
Got my co-host, Gio, in the house.
I'm right here.
Superior producer, Jeremy Daniel.
I'm right here.
And we got Cash back.
They brought me back again.
Cash is here.
We liked him so
Good to
much,
be
we
here.
asked him to leave, and he didn't. So now he's here.
Come back. Come back, would you? But no, we're stoked to have Cash back
Yeah.
because he's definitely he's a good insight when it comes to wrestling. I like his mind. I like his mind.
Real
My
quick,
brain.
The only time I'm putting you over tonight.
I don't think our viewers know this. Of course, we're gonna get through, the regular and go through punk rock talk first. But
Yes.
our wrestling segment is so huge, and it's also really big because your boy here made a last-minute trip out to Double or Nothing
Yes.
and got to
Oh,
catch
yeah,
it
that's
live with
I don't even
me.
I posted on Facebook a little bit, but that was it.
I was
Yeah,
so mad.
And Phenomenal
And jealous.
One Robert, our wrestling
Simultaneously.
encyclopedia.
So they took out a camera and I think like
A whole
few
section
hundred-
opened
yeah,
up.
A whole section opened
Yeah.
up. So yeah, I was able to go. That's really
So props
cool.
to
yeah.
AEW for doing that.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
awesome.
Sold that show. 20,000 people. They said. They said
20,000.
20,000 people.
It's pro wrestling. We
It's
round
pro wrestling. We round up.
up. So without further ado,
let's definitely get into some punk rock talk because we do have good shit to talk about.
Yeah.
In punk rock talk today.
Punk Rock Bowling was last weekend as well.
Yes.
I have
let's
the
go.
winners of the bowling
Didn't you go to
tournament,
that? I think you
I
went.
did.
You did go to
Let's
that.
All right, let's do it.
This is punk rock time.
They don't want to talk about it. They want to tiptoe walk around it. When the flag ain't mindless
Whoa. All right, lay it on him. Ooh, do it.
Should I?
You
You
do
did,
it.
you
You
did
want
that
me to do
Davey
it?
Havoc first.
Welcome to the least listened to segment in podcast history. Welcome to
Punk
Rock Talk. That's right, Punk Rock Talk, where we cover
You played that one safe.
mostly. Yeah, I was sick yesterday. 20 minutes before the pod, Gio shows up and I give him a 2 sweet. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I didn't come back.
No,
I got
you
really
shat your
sick.
brain.
I-
Jeremy
I
actually
ended up in
discussed
bed, man. It was bad.
feeding you some headphones and a mic,
Oh yeah,
and just
While you
having
were in
you
bed?
be on
While-
the John,
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
do the show from there.
Yeah, man, it was
The show must go on.
It was wild. It was wild. I did not.
Can
feel
you
good at
extend
all
your
whatsoever.
cables that far, man?
Oh, yeah.
Like fucking going in Steven's bathroom? Like you don't have a
I
fucking.
could do that.
He's got everything here at Cosmic Soup Recording. Shout out to Cosmic Soup Recording.
One of our sponsors here at the
Yes.
Gio and Meatbag
Yes,
Show.
absolutely. Much appreciated. They do. Jeremy does everything we need for this podcast. He does all the squared albums. He does the No Composure music, which you are going to hear a new No Composure song tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
He
That's
does
even
the
his
Accident
camera.
Theory. He did Contradiction. Man, the new Asswipe Junkies record that comes out. No regrets.
No regrets.
No
Yeah.
regrets.
No regrets.
Is it-
He's
was
done
that
all 47
June or
of Steven's
July?
projects.
It's
all 47
it's
of them.
June
All
14th.
47.
June 14th. Okay, June 14th. So make sure you're on the lookout for the new Asswipe Junkies record. Let's
yeah.
make sure those guys have a really good release date. Let's all make sure we go on the internet and actually purchase it and
Yeah.
not just fucking stream it
Let's
from
do this
Spotify,
thing right.
please.
When you know
Yeah.
how much it takes for a band to make and release an album?
$30 an hour here at Cosmic Soup Recording.
Good.
I forgot
good plug.
to
Good plug.
finish
That's the
that, but
greatest
yeah.
segue. That greatest segue of all time.
I just forgot to finish it. That's the only reason why I interrupted
it's
you.
really
Sorry.
hard, and it's a big deal. And like when a band fucking presents their album and just nobody gives a shit, it's the worst thing in the world. And we've had that happen.
Well, yeah,
I've never recorded a full record. You've recorded 47 full records. Fucking, I've never recorded a full record.
Well, no, the Play for Blood EP was awesome.
Well, it was a demo.
It was
Four
it
songs.
was an EP.
It's
For
four.
sure.
It was 4 songs.
Hey,
It's an EP.
It was
one of the
good.
best
That's an
songs I've
extended
ever
play.
heard.
That's an EP technically,
That's a
and
Play for Blood plug.
they were great songs too. And we did recently play
Did you
Play
say
for
butt
Blood
plug?
here at the
Butt plug.
podcast,
Great butt plugs.
and yeah, like and they sounded great. Of course, Villain recorded.
Well, we didn't do
Solid.
Villain.
I thought you guys did.
No,
Villain.
we didn't go to Villain. We don't want to pay a fucking $1,000 a song.
Did you go
I
through
love you,
Joey?
Byron. I love Byron. I did.
Fuck
Well,
your
we didn't want to
prices.
pay $1,000 a song. I love you, Byron, but we didn't want to do that. Like Joey recorded all of our stuff.
Wow,
he's always-
Joey recorded everything.
Seriously?
Yeah, everything.
I
Everything that we
swear,
did
I
was
it's
thought
Joey.
always
that
great.
you guys
We
did
played
that stuff
Play for
at
Blood
Villain.
last
Joey is
episode 52.2.
Wow.
We played for
Joey
Play for
is pro, man.
Dude, he
he's
is great.
he's a
When-
phenomenal producer. He really
Wow.
is. He doesn't give himself enough credit, but he's
Shout out
he's
to Rocha,
very
man.
good.
Good job on that. I actually thought that you guys recorded those at Villain.
No.
That's how good it sounds.
We asked Byron, how much would it cost to fucking mix and master just our record? How much would you cost? He was like, about $1,500. We were like, fuck
Four
you.
songs.
Like,
you
no
know,
way, dude.
I asked him for Squared once, and he said he would only charge us $50 an hour.
Well, maybe you're better friends with him than I am.
But maybe, maybe like I don't know.
What
Punk
did he just
metal.
Maybe
Fighting
he just
quicker.
knew that he like could get us out of the way quick, and that
Yeah,
we
maybe.
wouldn't have much
Byron, if
money
we
to
recorded
offer.
2 songs, how much would it be? $10,000.
No.
Fucking like, yeah, no. It wasn't that bad. Fucking, I've got a lot of love for Byron. Byron, Villain Recording, the best clothing company. Fucking,
Yes.
got to
Best.
pop
We actually
Byron.
saw,
The
Are you wearing yours too?
the
Nice.
the best.
We got to get the
actually,
best.
I have the best on right now.
Nice.
I'm
Yes.
telling you what, man. Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, we should get.
You got Byron
to-
and DL in here, man. Let DL talk. DL is he is one of the most articulate human beings that I know. He's
Yeah,
he's a very
he's-
good guy.
He's cool as hell. I'd love to get the best to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. We should
Like-
definitely talk about it. Which we got another sponsor in the works. We'll be able to update you guys on that in the near future. But let's get into some punk rock talk, man.
Yeah,
Like so,
let's
we did
do it.
kind of get off a little bit, but we're definitely stoked about the new Asswipe Junkies record, and we want everybody to. We encourage everybody, highly encourage you all to go and download, purchase their album. It's probably
Yes.
only going to be a few bucks. I mean, come on, man. It's not
not
gonna be
hard.
that much, you know. So make sure when
It's
it
better
comes out,
than the
please go purchase it.
Cosmopolitan you were gonna buy at the bar or some
Yeah.
shit
Yeah,
like that.
just-
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
yeah, make sure you guys.
I
do
drink
that,
a Cosmo. Hell yeah.
you know. So, stoked for that new release. I don't really have anything from the big dog world besides punk rock bowling.
Oh, yeah.
So I snuck out to Vegas.
Yeah, dude.
I snuck
that
out
was
to Vegas
badass.
for my birthday, and I showed up at punk rock bowling. And it
I was
You know
very
what's
I was
funny
very
is-
upset with him for a second. It's like you
Haas,
stupid ass.
Haas from Franks and Deans, and we actually have some Franks and Deans for you guys tonight.
Oh yeah.
Haas from Franks and Deans was so astounded that I was in Vegas the weekend of punk rock bowling, but I wasn't
going to punk rock bowling.
I was going to AEW, and he just could not fucking wrap his head around
Probably
it.
not. Yeah.
He was like, "What is going on? Like, this
Why
must
are
be
you-
important." And I'm like, "No, it really is.
It was
It is
really
the most
important.
important."
Yeah.
Shout out, Steven met Corey Taylor while he was in line trying to
Yeah,
get
double
inside.
nothing.
We'll
Yeah.
Met
definitely-
Corey Taylor.
We'll definitely talk about that too when we get to.
Oh, yeah.
I've met Corey
But-
Taylor, and it's an experience.
Just really quick to report on punk rock bowling. It was absolutely awesome. I went to the pool party and seen H2O and Sharp Shock, and H2O
Dude,
is
fuck
fucking badass, dude. And everyone was all trying to mosh, and there's a pool, and then like
Fuck it.
tile,
Mosh in the
and then the
pool.
stage. And so like these guys are trying to mosh. I'm like, motherfucker, this is a slip and slide. This is fucking
Hey,
tile. Like,
when you
what are
want to
doing?
mosh, you want to
So,
mosh.
this
Did anybody
dude, like,
fall in? Because that would have been the best, dude.
Right?
Fucking let
well,
somebody
this dude's
fall
like
in.
trying to mosh me, and I'm standing there with fucking just in swim shorts and fucking flip flops. I'm like, do
bro.
I really look like I'm ready to mosh right now? But nonetheless, H2O fucking killed it, dude.
Yeah. Apparently,
I
they
am
got everybody to fucking
slapped.
mosh.
Didn't
I
you
have
promote?
fu-
You promoted them on your page, didn't
Man,
you? Fucking like you did. You
slept them.
promoted the hell
Yeah,
out of them.
I slept on those guys, dude. I never even knew they were
You
a
sleep
band.
on them or with them?
I'd sleep with them. They're that damn good. I'd sleep with the guitar player for that Explorer.
All
I'd
right.
do just about anything for a Gibson Explorer.
I think you know what?
Cash me outside.
I remember you saying that.
But
that's your like guitar of guitars.
Oh yeah. That's the next guitar.
Is that
I'm
your
buying.
favorite guitar, Gibson Explorer?
That's the next one I'm buying. I'm gonna
I think
get,
Joey's had
I'm gonna
like
get the-
5 of those, man.
I'm gonna
Like,
get the
maybe.
Firebird, man. I'm gonna get the Firebird. I don't like
Oh,
the
that was
super
it.
pointy
Yeah.
anymore. I like the rounded edges, but there's this one that's vintage white, and it's the Firebird Studio, and it's under $1,000. Which thank goodness Gibson has those studio models because you don't have to pay a grand
Yeah.
for
Oh
them.
yeah.
But it matches Jeremy's bass too, so it's like it'll look great on stage, you know.
Definitely.
So, dude, the fucking punk rock bowling festival though was super awesome. I talked to so many people. Like Creepy Dawn was there, fucking Vic from Birth of Monsters was there, Critical Miss was there. Fucking dude,
Oh, shout out.
everybody was there.
Asswipe
Chris-
Junkies played. There's
Asswipe
some
Junkies played.
great videos of them playing.
Yeah. So as we're talking about Asswipe Junkies, we encourage you as well to go on their Facebook page and check out those fucking videos, man. Like
Yeah.
you'll see Creepy Dawn crowd surfing and
Yeah.
shit.
Hell
Hoon,
yeah.
Hoon from Skull Drug and the Mosh Pit. Everybody was there. The Arizonans took over.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck was I?
I
was
am-
hanging out with the D's Nuts guy. Like
Dude,
during that.
everybody was there. All the
Everybody
Skull
was
Drug
there?
guys were there.
Was that when
besides
that
Wyatt.
happened?
Wasn't there a
Was that-
story about the D's Nuts
Was
guy?
that Friday night?
Oh yeah,
Fuck, dude, I missed it.
yeah.
No, we got a great story.
The
I'll
good
wait till
story,
we
the
call
D's,
Robert.
yeah. the D's Nuts guy,
You
so
guys
I'm-
got
yeah.
a good fucking story.
God damn.
D's
Oh,
Nuts.
Bevan told me about that. Fucking
D's
Bevan was
Nuts?
like, dude, they got a story with the D's Nuts guy.
Oh wait.
D's Nuts.
You got it.
These nuts.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy.
Literally.
Fucking Vegas is a trip, man. But
These nuts.
so
Fuck
I
that
also
guy.
gotta watch Frank
Got
Deans
him.
play 3 sets. Oh my god, it's great, dude.
3
After-
sets.
Yeah, after Double or Nothing, they were playing, so I went and fucking
They
hung
played
out.
3 sets?
Oh yeah, dude.
It was-
That's Frank
it was cool
Deans. it
because-
was 2 or 3 sets.
Well, they
Friday
played
night-
midnight, 2 in the morning, and then 5 in the morning?
I
Oh,
fucking-
dude, yeah, it's Vegas.
Oh
dude.
yeah, they'll play all night.
Shows don't
I think
start
they
until like
shut
midnight
down-
out there.
I think they shut down at like 2 that night, so they started earlier in the
Dude,
night.
I maxed out after 30 minutes. It's like, I don't want to play anymore. Fucking, like, I'm good right now. Like,
Well,
that's
that-
that's
No.
fine.
Dude, Frank
Those
Sandines is a
guys-
machine, man.
And they have
Yeah.
so many fucking songs. They have so many tunes,
Yeah.
bro. So
Yeah.
many.
Well, you know, what was cool is Robert and I, which we'll call Robert later, we're standing in line for an indie show, and all of a sudden I start hearing the one of their new songs, which is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The theme song of Spider-Man, but they do it like surf style.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
So I hear it, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I turn around, and fucking boom, there's Haas's sexy ass standing up on the stage, fucking, jamming out on his guitar. And I'm like, oh my God. Like you were talking about that weekend, the universe just like made sense.
Yeah,
like,
it
So
was-
Frank
it was-
Sandines have
turn
that like
around and-
local punk celebrity
Oh, yeah, right
status
off
out
Fremont-
there.
right
Yeah,
off
fucking
Fremont
like
Street. They're playing right
local
off Fremont
punk
Street.
celebrities. Fucking,
well, and mind you, Robert and I stayed at Haas's house that weekend.
Yeah.
So it was just like super cool
Where did
because
you
he's like,
stay?
you gonna come out to the show? And
I
I'm like,
stayed
oh
with
yeah,
Creepy
we
Dawn.
might catch
did
it.
you stay with Creepy Dom?
I slept on his hotel floor.
Dude, hell
I
yeah.
used 2 towels as blankets.
It was
and-
like sleep.
and it was
I laid
amazing.
there breathing.
Yeah, it was like sleep.
Steven goes, I use toilet
Dude,
paper
we had an
fucking
ama-
as
I
blankets.
had an
like,
amazing time, dude. I really
jail?
did. It was really
You
cool.
use it as a pillow.
I
the
use toilet paper.
roll.
I think
as
I
a
was
pillow
like
and a
laying,
blanket.
my head was on a duffel bag or something. I don't know.
I used one of the other couches
I
as a
wasn't all
blanket.
fucked up though. Like I was actually sober. I didn't even
Shit,
drink
I
that-
would have been.
I
Like,
didn't
oh my
even really
God.
drink a bunch. I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I was just like,
Meatbag tore the
don't get me
drapes
wrong,
down.
dude. I was
Me,
fuck-
me
Dude.
back tore the drapes down.
Don't
Use
get
them
me
as a
wrong.
blanket.
Vegas is legal, my man. I was baked as fuck the whole time. Like
Oh, yeah.
100% of the time. When I crossed into the Nevada border and I came back, I was high the entire time I was in Nevada.
I don't think I've ever been more drunk than when I went to Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
My
yeah,
thing
never that
in
drunk.
Vegas is Fireball and Dr. Pepper.
I hate when you do that.
Yeah, because I fucking black out. And that's the goal is like, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I'm in
after we
Vegas. I'm
pick
going to
up-
black the fuck out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Gio, how long did you
get
guys
into
stay? You
some
were
more of
there
that
for like,
later.
what, 3-4 days, man?
Oh,
Like,
dude,
you were
like
there for
4
a
days.
while.
We got there
4
Thursday
days.
night.
Didn't leave
And
till
then left
fucking
Didn't leave till Monday.
So I'm good on Vegas for a year.
For a while.
Yeah.
Been on Vegas for
That's
a decade.
essentially
I just
why
don't
we
have to go
canceled
back.
the show. Gio got too much Vegas. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm Vegas overload over here. I cannot go again this year. It's illegal, actually.
But no, that's that's Gio's drink when we're in Vegas, and after like the third pint, you're just like, dude, I'm tired of tasting this cinnamon in the back of my throat.
That's why you get drunk. and then no taste
So
of
like that,
anything matters.
They sell those-
Fireball and Red's apple ale, man. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's like an apple cinnamony
Yeah,
fucking
that's
sort
really
of
good.
See, I've
together.
had that, but I don't like the Red's apples because they give me like too much of a sugar.
sugar. Yeah, totally, man. You wake
And
up
you
with an
already get enough
extra
of that with Fireball. So
Yeah,
it's like,
apparently
twice
you
a
and-
hangover.
How do you and Bevan feel after
Oh,
drinking
dude.
Smirnoffs
Well, me and
all night
Bev,
the other
dude,
night? Speaking of
I
which.
swear to
Taking
God,
it
for like
easy,
the first
drinking
4
Smirnoffs.
hours of Saturday, like me and Bev did not have beer. So
Smirnoff
Alyssa
Ice.
had a 12-pack of fucking Smirnoff Ices, and we were like, dude, let's just drink them. So it got to be like 11:30, and I was like, Bev, we need real beer, bro. Like fucking, I feel like my 13-year-old fucking sister drinking this shit. Like,
that's
we
actually
got-
my
got some real
mother-in-law's
beer.
drink. Shout out to Kelly. That's my mother-in-law's drink.
Yeah.
It's like a Nick Swartzen joke, man. Fucking whoever the hell went to fucking like rehab, like off of like Smirnoff Ice or Bartles and James. Fucking my name is Cash, and fucking kiwi strawberry ruined my life. Fucking
Fucking Zimas.
That's hilarious. dude.
deucin'.
Deucins, yeah. So
right.
yeah, it was a great weekend in Vegas. Punk rock bowling was super awesome. The pool party was fucking badass.
Not to mention the wrestling, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
It,
Oh my
it was
god.
really
Which is
good. and
essentially
that's-
what this whole episode is
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be about.
AEW.
I mean, that was really such a fucking that was really such a good time. Like I really had a good time at Punk Rock Bowling. I mean, you had everyone from Descendants, Rancid, so on and so forth. Specials. It was.
I heard No Effects wasn't there this year.
No, they definitely
No,
were there this
I
year.
don't think No
They
Effects will be
definitely
back there for a long, long time.
were. But you know who was there?
Yeah.
You know who was there?
Fat Mike.
Fat Mike.
Every show Joe was there.
Oh,
He was there.
good segue.
Yeah.
I
So
like
so
this.
we are
I like
definitely
this new you.
this new you, new me, new thing. But hey, speaking of which, every show Joe, he was there. And I'm sure he's got a lot to talk about
Oh, he
in this
does.
week's episode of Every Show Joe Says Go. Let's hear it, boys.
All right, it is May 31st, and that means June is tomorrow, and you probably want to get off on a good musical note. So, let's go. All right, it is May 31st, and that means June is tomorrow, and you probably want to get off on a good musical note. So, let's go. Hey, we got all right, specials May 31st, and that means June is tomorrow, and you probably want to get off on a good musical note. So,
That is
let's
actually
go. Hey, we got all right, specials May 31st, and that means June is tomorrow, and you probably want to get off on a good musical note.
yeah,
So,
set they
that
put
is
on
let's
Rock Bowling. You're gonna want to catch them. One of the original. Sunday. Then Monday, we got the specials in town for the first time in years over at the Van Buren with LA Salami. Yes, that is actually what it said on their website, and that seems to be the name. So we'll go with it. But holy crap, the specials. What a set they put on at Punk Rock Bowling. You're going to want to catch them. One of the original two-tone ska bands. Actually, what? Predate? But yeah, go check that out if you can. Not going to be around that often. Not going to be around it much at all, really, because they don't come here that often. The last tour they did was, what, 4 cities? or 3 cities: San Diego, Denver, Vegas. I think maybe it was 4. But yeah, they don't tour that often, so take advantage. Then Tuesday, we got Church of Misery with Mondo Generator, Toke, and Old Fashioned Assassin at Club Red. Then Wednesday, actually it gets a little heavier. We've got the Natural Velvet with Doms and a Smiling Face over the trunk space. Got Trouble in the Wind with Treasure Fruit Loose Lips at the Yucca Tap Room. Critical Miss with Scott Gesser over Rips Bar. And Moonlight Magic in the Rose Room at the Valley Bar for free. And that's also my birthday, so I got to figure out where I'm going. But you're always welcome to come by. Yeah, why not, right? Thursday, we've got Dadado and the POC headlining their own show at the Crescent Ballroom. How about that? With Hesperus, Boycott, and the debut of Spicy Mayo from various people you may recognize from Extra Crispy and Playboy Man Baby and Dadado. So yeah, really cool stuff right there. But then you can jump right, kind of across the street to the Valley Bar, and we got Slim Cessna's Auto Club with Kid Congo Powers and the Pink Monkey Birds, who were fucking rad. It's been 3 years since they last played. They actually played with the Gimme Gimmies when they played Pub Rock 2017, I believe. So go check that out. Kid Congo's been in a bunch of bands you might recognize, so go look him up and you'll see why. Plus, yeah, the Rebel set. How fucking rad. This is a good lineup right there. Ezra Bell and Pablo Dillon with Fatigo, John Luther and friends at Last Exit Live. We got Polyculture. We got, I think it's a reggae show here with Pride Through Strife, fucking awesome, and Clint Stevens also at the Yucca Tap. Then it's called Punk Life. It's being hosted by Steve Davis, US Bombs, with Final Cut playing a set, and DJ Tricky T, in fact, 135, spinning punk rock music at Rips Bar. Plus one more, this one can get you out of town since apparently triple digits are back. We got Jared and the Mill at the Green Room in Flagstaff, so you can head up there Thursday, start your weekend a day early. Ideas, right? Alright, but yeah, and then moving on, Friday, we've got the Grim with Heavy Breather, Irake, and Ape over the Yucca Tap Room. Yes, the Grim. That one also, I think, has been 27? Might have been or later than that since last I saw them come through. But yeah, so there's that. Plus Sad Dance Party and Mama Butane are doing a dual release show with Cheap Hotels and Dwayne and the Rock Hard Johnsons at the Lunchbox. That last one, I've seen that name so many times, but I don't think I've ever watched. Or maybe at a Trunk Space Indie 500. I'll have to ponder and think about that. We're not going to hold you up here. One more to mention here for next Friday, and that is Tim Cooper Benefit Show. He had an accident. They're raising money for his medical costs and get him on his feet. And that's with the Complaniacs, Quantum Colossus, Sewer Gap, Button Struggler, and Moose Knuckle Sandwich over Rips Bar. So yeah, some cool stuff right there. Like I said at the top, we've got Yucca Tap sponsoring, and there's some awesome shows coming up through there. You can actually not only pick up your tickets at yuccatap.com, but you can pick them up in person, shirts and things, no fees, and also at the Yucca Tap bar, you can pick them up, physically have one of those tickets, you know. Some of those souvenirs I used to, well, I still kind of a pile right now, but I usually would put in the most recent album. I'll put my ticket sub of that artist, kind of keep track. Also interesting to discover when you're digging back through. Anyways, back onto the shows though. Like I said, we got tomorrow night, Year of the Fist in town. Awesome Bay Area punks here with the Venomous Pinks, Reason Unknown, Redbush, and It's Embarrassing. Let's see, we got the Grim. That one, I told you, it's been at least 2 years. It's got to be 2 years at least. They haven't been here in a while. With Heavy Breather, Irake, and Ape, June 7th. Plus Mark Sutton of the King Kong and BBQ with Robo Repair and the 16 Eyes on June 10th at the Yucca Tap. 16 Eyes, oh man, that's a band I just discovered a couple weeks ago. Fucking rad, I didn't even know, and they've been playing for a while. But that's an awesome line right there. So 3 awesome shows coming up on the Yucca Tap that you can always go and pick up your tickets in person or online. Of course, I've got a sponsor, so a few things you can do for me. First, there should be a little icon over here if you're watching on YouTube, and you can click it to subscribe, or just subscribe below, so you can always get that. Also, you can head over to patreon.com/every show Joe, and you can donate, even just $1. That helps me out. Travel costs, punk rock bowling, costs of tickets, stuff like that, even gas. Any of it is a help, and I thank you for it. Plus, if you do the $5 tier, you get a shout out on the next episode of Concerts Consoles after you donate. And so, get your name on there. Cool stuff. I got it. Yeah. So there is that. Also, let's see what else. What other housekeeping? Of course, like I said, I know there was a couple of pictures I got up on everyshowjoe.com. You go check that out right now. Plus, follow me on social media in real time: Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, that kind of stuff. Yep, I think that's gonna be it. And thank you, Tony, formerly of Dumpster Hump, for what was. They don't perform, unfortunately, but thank you, Tony, for the theme at the top that you heard. And I think that's going to be it. So, of course, you like the music that you're watching, support the bands, help spread the word. Post their music, post pictures, post things to your Facebook, to your Instagram, whatever. Help them grow, because as they grow, that means more people are going to want to clamor for that music. They're going to be like, all right, fuck it, we'll make some more music. So it's just reciprocated, because then you'll get some awesome music back, some awesome music that you already were like appreciating. So really goes a long way, especially for the locals. So go support them. And yeah, hopefully you guys have fun, be safe, and until next week, and I guess it's until next month. Next month's June. Next week is tomorrow's June. Anyways, but until next week, and you guys have fun and take care.
Well, thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah, that was your word with every show, Joe.
Are we back?
Yeah,
We're
We are
back.
back.
We back.
Now we're back. So
we're back.
every show Joe says go check out the podcast. Every week he's laying down the law.
From concerts to consoles, and his newest episode features It's Embarrassing.
Nice.
All-female punk band. I recently played with them when I did my acoustic tour in March. We played at Joe's Garado together. Fun show, and they're actually super entertaining. And they have a song about a dog. I'm assuming it's one of their dogs that they used to get stoned all the time. So it's a
Nice.
really great song, actually. It's fucking hilarious.
Hashtag Joe's Grotto.
We're gonna have to
I
have
just
him
want
on
to put
the,
that out
the
there.
show.
Hashtag
Yeah,
Joe's
sometime.
Grotto.
Yeah. Go see
Speaking of songs,
go
we
see all
actually
the cool people at Joe's Grotto.
we
And
got
there's
some
there's
some
one
big
more
news.
show coming up.
Oh,
It's June 8th at 51 West Krovac CD release show.
Yes.
And it's with the Line Cutters, Asswipe Junkies, Shame Hole, and Corridor 16. So
Yep.
be sure to
Nice.
go out there, get there early, make sure you catch everybody, and grab Krovac's new CD.
Yes.
Mastered
Yeah.
here at Cosmic Super
Yes.
Recordings.
Nice.
Yes,
yeah! Shout out
absolutely.
to Krovac. Shout out to Lee. All the guys in
Absolutely.
Krovac. We love you
And
guys.
I know Corridor has been over here at the Soup working really hard, rehearsing
Yeah.
every
Oh
week.
yeah! Shout out to
They're,
Jude.
So-
they're here
yeah.
today, actually.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah.
What's
Oh yeah!
next?
But speaking of songs,
What?
we actually have you have some big news tonight. We're gonna play a song.
Yeah, we got a new No Composure song.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're pretty stoked about it.
I love how high pitched you got about it.
Yeah.
We got a new composure song.
We're
Yeah.
fucking excited. Do I need to sound like the Goodfellas?
We got a new no composure song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or should I
It's
just say
good.
we have a new No
It's
Composure
pretty
song tonight?
fucking good.
Let's just say officially that there's a new No Composure song tonight.
It's awesome. I listened to it this morning. I was very, very impressed.
Yeah,
It's
we got
actually
some
online.
feedback
They
on
tell
right
they
now,
tell
yeah.
a story, and I was impressed with that story. I was like,
Thank you.
man, I was very happy with what I was hearing.
Thank you.
I had a bad day at work. That made me a lot happier. It really,
Yeah,
it genuinely
that's
did.
great. That's
So you gotta
great
listen to
hear.
the whole podcast because you don't know when we're gonna play it.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy. We were talking last night once we were getting ready to post it up and we had finished recording it. Billy did some amazing background vocals to it. And we were
Was Billy on there?
Billy did the background
Billy did the
vocals.
backing. I heard backing vocals on it. I just wasn't sure.
That's all Billy Stevens on the backing vocals.
Yeah.
I'm not even doing backing vocals with him. He's an amazing singer and he worked really hard on those. We almost posted it up without the backing vocals.
Bro,
and he's
your
like, whoa, now hold up.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give Steven some credit. Your vocals on there were pristine, man.
Oh, wow.
Fucking very, very good. Like shades of Dave Grohl, man. Fucking like that's.
You know,
Steve,
I love
I've
my
said,
guy, Dave.
I've said there. It says Steven is the Dave Grohl of Arizona, probably 1,000 times. Like his dick is fucking 6.5 fucking feet long now because I've said it so
Hey,
many times. But
It's not a bad comparison. I mean,
I've said it over and over because Steven's one of the most talented musicians.
Well-
I was very impressed vocally with that shit. Very
well, I appreciate you. putting me over on my podcast and
Yeah.
partially yours since you basically are here all the
I
time.
live
and
here
we love
now.
it.
Yeah.
He lives in
Cash
the
is a
bathroom of the studio.
mainstay. Yeah.
But I appreciate it, and you know, it was crazy. We were sitting around last night, and my wife didn't have to work. She doesn't work
Yep.
Sundays, so we're like, "Hey, you want to hear the song? Haven't showed it to you yet." So we play it for her, and after we play it, she starts talking about. She's like, "You're basically just letting everybody know what the fuck is up with this."
That's
song."
yeah, exactly. That's
And
what
I'm
I thought.
And I'm just like, "Yeah, we're basically making a fucking
Yeah.
statement."
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
that's
making
why
a
we
statement.
specifically picked this song
Yeah.
to be put out first. So
Yeah.
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 You
we
guys,
could've
you guys
put something
reference
else
you
out,
reference
but-
Billy throughout the song. Like I mean,
Yeah,
you can
of
hear
course.
the obvious references in the
Yeah, of
song,
course.
but it
Well,
was just
it's
it's
kinda
tastefully done. Like very very well
Meatbag was
done.
trying to
Thank
say
you.
last night, like, oh, it's it's kind of like a statement. I'm like, there's no kind of about it.
No,
It's
it
the
absolutely-
whole
yeah,
song is
absolutely.
just like, you know what, this
fucking
is what
clearly
this
a
is.
statement.
Yeah, this is what this is, and I respect it.
That you lost a part of yourselves, but fucking
yeah.
you're still out there, man. Fucking like you guys are back into it again, and that's fantastic. It really is.
Let's fucking play it.
let's just play it.
Let's play it.
Play it.
Just play it now. Fuck it. We'll talk wrestling later.
Hey.
We'll talk wrestling later.
So, Jeremy, you introduced this one. I did the talking for the song. Now it's time
Okay,
for you
so
to talk.
we're super excited to be putting out this first song as our first single. This is No Composure, moving along, and you can catch us live at Rips Bar on June 12th. We're going to be playing with some great bands. What's Steven's buddy's band's name?
We got Enemy Proof coming out from Cali, and then we got the homies in FOL and the homies in Birth of Monsters
Yes.
joining
Oh
us.
man.
Yeah, so it's
It's-
gonna be a
gonna be a love
great
fest.
show.
Yeah, we're turning it up. June 12th, Rips Bar. Come on down, guys. This is a brand new No Composure song. This song is called Moving Along. Hope you enjoy.
Steven sang those vocals on the first take.
Yeah.
All that's left is the three of us.
Fucking A.
That
Brand new track.
was Moving Along by No Composure.
Brand new
Feels good to hear
track by a
somebody else
brand
say it.
new band. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's a first ever for the Gio and Meatbag Show, let alone
Is it?
for No Composure. A brand new song
For No
by a brand
Composure.
new band.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the accident theory.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the same thing. We're both
Real
Brand new
fucking
song from a
new.
brand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we do
No, no,
that
I
around here.
appreciate
That's
it.
what
I
we do.
We're breaking new music. And if anybody wants to hear that again, they can head over to bandcamp.com. They can search No Composure.
Yes.
And
that exact website is nocomposuremusic.bandcamp.com, but it's like kind of a mouthful. So just look up No Composure.
No
Just-
Composure has a
yeah.
Just
Facebook
type-
page, don't you guys?
If you
Like,
just type in
you
No
have a Facebook
Composure
page.
Music on Google, you'll find our
Yeah.
Instagram
no
and you'll
funny
find our
spelling,
music.
just
Yeah.
straight No Composure
Yeah.
music.
Don't you guys have a Facebook page?
Nope, we're
Fucking-
just running
no?
Instagram right now.
It's
Well,
like facebook.com
Facebook.
/No
Did we make a
Composure.
face-
There's a
Facebook?
Facebook.
Yeah.
There's a Facebook, Instagram.
Holy shit.
Jeremy's
on
I didn't
top
even
of
know
it,
we had a
Jeremy.
Facebook.
And a
I
Twitter.
did
Jeremy's
the
on-
Instagram. I did. Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't
you did make a
published it yet.
Facebook.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did I publish it? Did
I
you
don't know,
publish
but
it?
I was
Is it
able
published?
to tag No
Hey.
Composure in it.
Go
Oh,
on
shit.
go on Facebook right now and search No Composure
Is
and
it,
tell
is
Tell
it
us in the comments. We see you guys
Facebook.com
comment.
/No Composure band
No Composure Music.
music?
Yeah.
So
you can find us anywhere at No Composure Music. It's funny that we actually got a name that wasn't taken, and that name is like, who the hell wouldn't have a band name?
Yeah,
named No
that's a
Composure?
good
It's
band
kind of a
name.
good
Steven
It's a
Steven
good band
created a
name.
band fucking page on Facebook and totally forgot about it. Like,
I
you know,
been
and
working really hard.
This has been in
Awesome,
the works for a
I've
while.
like-
been working.
awesome by the way, because everything is just rolling out smooth. Your guys' album
yeah.
is coming along. Your guys' shows are coming along. You guys got chants and shit going. You guys have t-shirts, which pretty much sold out. And speaking of the t-shirts that they have,
Nice
Wonderful.
segue.
they were made
Fantastic
by
segue.
Bodacious Prince, one of our sponsors here at the Gio and Meatbag Show.
Yeah, definitely. You
Phenomenal
guys-
segue.
Yeah, you guys definitely need
Thanks.
to go look up Bodacious Prince right here in Phoenix, Arizona. They put out some of the most quality shit. I know that I am always wearing a No Composure shirt. I'm not right now. I'm still in work clothes, but we're always
Yeah.
wearing a No Composure shirt just
There's
because
one
they're
right
comfy.
there.
They're
Look at
really comfy.
if
Show
you're
to the
watching on
Jeremy,
your
show
show
to the
right
camera.
now,
Yeah.
look at Jeremy's sexy
And
body.
hey, you know what? If you guys want to go to our Bandcamp page, we can actually put some of those up for sale. So we could probably, or we can mail them out to you. I literally work for a company that deals with mail. I go to the post office all
Yeah.
the time. So I would be more than honored to fucking mail some stuff out to you. Uncle Nate, we actually have a shirt for you. We got the big guy shirt for him.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
we got a shirt for Uncle Nate.
good
We
shit.
It's
Good
such
shit.
Such good
Such
shit.
good
Sure,
shit.
mention the Gio and Meatbag Show, and we'll throw in some stickers and pins for
Yeah,
free.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. If you guys heard us, just do it.
If you
just
heard
do
it
what
here,
Jeremy said.
Mention Gio and Meatbag Show.
Yeah, and there's the shirt. Yeah. So
Do you see it? Can you guys see the shirt?
Feel how soft this is.
yeah,
T-
dude,
tell
This
me-
is a nice quality shirt.
Tell me I won't
really
do the
is.
rest of the pod
That's
like this.
80%
They
cotton,
don't-
bro.
that's pre-shrunk, baby.
I'll do the rest of the pod like this.
Huh?
Plug my boys' band.
Yeah. So
My boys, Jeremy and Meatbag and Steven.
one really cool thing
Or
about
and Steven. Stevens. Billy Stevens.
Billy
I was
Stevens.
gonna say he's up.
There's
on the
two meatbags
shoot
in the
name,
band.
all right? No, I'm just kidding. So thank you guys for putting that over. Love it. We love the response. We love the response we had at the birthday bash. Like we didn't expect that at all. That was super.
Oh yeah,
fucking
there was
cool.
literally a no composure.
Yeah, who the
Started by
fuck brought the
Gio.
goddamn wrestling
No, that
chance?
wasn't
to
even
Probably,
me.
probably
I joined-
Gio, man.
I
Gio
joined
would have.
somebody
Gio
else.
would have done
Yeah.
that.
Kayfabe, guys.
You
Somebody,
I
didn't,
joined
you didn't
somebody
start
else
that?
that
I thought
started
you
it.
would have started
somebody
that.
brought the wrestling
Uh,
chance. I couldn't tell you who it was.
No,
but
I totally started.
You totally started it. Yeah.
You just take my beer.
You fucking blew it, dude. MJF would be so disappointed.
Dude, MJ. Okay, we'll get
Fuck
into that
you.
later.
Let's get into that. Let's start getting into that for
Yeah.
Christ's
we'll
sake.
get
you
there.
know-
We'll get there.
We still got some punk rock talking to talk
Are
about.
we still in
you
punk
know?
rock talk?
Because we haven't even announced the winners of the punk rock bowling tournament, which is a fucking Arizona team
Well, let's
Yes.
get to it.
named Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Nice.
Clever as fuck.
And they had the
Nice.
fucking Bullet Club flag, but it was like Bullet Club, like, and they had the
bowling
pins instead of the.
and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
killer.
man.
That's killer.
At the
Very
same
clever.
weekend as Double or Nothing.
As Double or
nonetheless.
Nothing.
And whose team was that, Meatbag?
Andrew Jones of No Gimmick. I'm not sure if he's drumming for them or not. I know they're looking for a drummer, possibly. I don't know if Andy's back in the band or
Yeah,
not.
we never
but who
cleared
knows?
that. We never cleared that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
We
It's-
discussed
well,
that before.
Go check out No Gimmicks Facebook
Yeah, first
page
of all.
regardless.
First of
because
all,
they're the
go listen to
fucking
them.
shit.
Yeah.
And second off, if they need a drummer, as you're looking at the Facebook page, share that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I bet you
Yeah.
every person at least knows one guy that's a drummer. Goes
Yeah.
a long ways.
He may not own a drum set,
Yeah.
but he's, a
It
drummer.
happens. Hey, I started out. No, I always had a fucking.
Every
I
drummer
bought-
I've
I had
ever
my
known
own-
besides you, like, was a drummer that didn't have a drum
Didn't
set.
have a kit.
Yeah.
Steven was playing on pots and pans when he was like 7, dude.
Oh,
Fucking.
Oh yeah.
We tried to raise money at one time, me and my buddy TJ. Shout out to TJ Anthony. He I know. So he fucking we saved some money in a cup, and we all decided that like my house was the best place to do it to save this money.
Yeah.
And my mom stole the fucking money for whatever reasons have you, and basically made up the story of how my dad needed it. My stepdad, my dad, like needed the money and not to bring it up because he felt bad about it. And then come to find out, like a year later, like brought it up to him, like, hey, it's okay, you know, blah blah. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I got by my
I know
mom.
this
Got-
story.
got.
It's so
We
good.
all got by my mom. So and our band name at the time was called Darker Point of View,
That's cool.
and it was
That's cool.
DPV, and it was it never happened because we never got a drum set or equipment or
Right.
ever
Right.
really made an effort.
I've been there.
But at
I know
least
that's
I
about-
had a drum set, and I helped Jared with the drum set when he was in Hargraves.
Yeah,
So at least 2 of your drummers had drum sets.
yeah. Hargraves is like that was more successful than DPV. Like, we never got. Shout out to Adam Vargas, TJ Sumter. You guys are the shit. And one day we'll make DPV happen.
Will it be revived,
You
brother?
know would be the perfect thing for it is
What?
we got them in Cosmic Soup because Cosmic Soup recording is only $30 an hour,
Yeah.
and that includes mixing and mastering.
Yeah.
phenomenal segue.
And if you mention that you heard it here at the Gio and Meatbag Hour and use promo code STDs for a 0% discount,
0.1.
you'll go a long ways. Jeremy will throw in a free water. How does that sound?
Free water.
And there might
A
be
new
some
ma- a
PBR in the
mango
fridge.
Pepsi.
A
A
mango,
mango
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
That shit was
Free.
weird last night. He gave me one of the mango Pepsis, and I'm just
Is
like,
that a thing right now?
Yeah,
Mango
crazy.
it's
Pepsi?
not bad.
Pepsi's
It's
getting
not bad.
Pepsi's wildin'.
That sounds
only
fucking
available at
terrible,
Cosmic
dude.
Soup.
Like,
only available. at
Pepsi went
Costco.
nuts. They're like fucking mango, cinnamon, cranberry, do it, lime,
Yeah, dude. So it's like
purple
on
stuff.
on the can it said, and I don't really drink soda ever, but I wanted a soda last time. Somebody else craving soda.
It helps. Tummy.
Yeah, exactly. So I get a soda after I had passed out right before the podcast. I got
Yeah.
sick, 20
Got
minutes
sick,
before, and then
yep.
I went, slept for a little bit, and I came outside a little after 8. And,
see, Jeremy and Gio said that fucking like he was gonna come back and he was gone for a half hour, and they were
Yeah.
both like, "What the fuck is going on?
I got
Like,
really sick.
where
yeah.
the hell is Steven?"
He
But I
pooped
came
and
back-
puked.
Yeah, I came back out a little after 8, and I was craving a soda, and Jeremy gave me this Pepsi. It says Pepsi with a splash of mango, and I take a drink of it. I'm like, I'm not mad because I don't mind mango, but that's not just a splash of fucking mango. Like that shit is straight like 50-50
Yeah.
Pepsi and fucking mango. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Splash. That's like a Vegas splash.
Oh yeah, no, Vegas Splash is a whole different game. They don't even give you alcohol if you tell them Splash, bro, they won't
Oh,
even
yeah.
give you any. But no, I get what you're saying. It's
well,
just
like
it's
like
not
a
what you
Gio
expect.
Vegas
Yeah.
splash.
It's not what you expect.
Fireball. Gluk, 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 gluk. All right.
But yeah, it's definitely not what you expect. So, but yeah, I think it's about time to it's been about 45 minutes, so I think it's about time to start wrapping up this old punk rock.
Old time keep.
Yeah.
Old time keep here. I love how you keep the pace.
So
Gotta
Gio,
keep pace
Got to
going.
keep the listeners aware too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you've been watching this for 45 minutes, you
Yeah,
idiot.
and thank you for everybody staying tuned. We definitely have been looking at the. I got the YouTube going. We see Miss Gio. We see
Oh,
Ultra Nikki.
babe.
We got.
Shout out to Geo Star Photography.
I'll look at it
Mhm.
again. I don't have it loaded up right now, but we got a few people on there, and they're actually commenting stuff. I'm having some problems signing into the Gio and Meatbag on my YouTube. So I
Isn't
gotta figure
Veronica
it out
trying to be
so I
this
can-
month's
Oh,
Ink Girl, man?
jeez.
She's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
be this
yeah.
month's
using
Ink
it.
Girl.
You know I
Fucking
can't
like.
sign in
the
if I'm
password-
Oh
using it.
yeah,
the
that's
password
probably
is-
right, but it's okay.
So
No,
Gio,
no,
how
No,
was your week?
Gio, fucking
No,
like, isn't
Gio,
Veronica
plug-
trying to be this
yeah.
month's Ink Girl, man? Like,
Yeah,
she's trying
Oh
to be.
yeah!
Plug
Oh
that.
fuck!
Yeah.
Yes. Today
Plug it.
the
Gotta be this
votes
month's Ink
opened
Girl.
up today. My wife is actually going for the cover of Inked magazine.
Yeah.
If you go, here I'll share it on our Facebook right now. The link for the voting, basically. I'll share it on the Gio and
You can
Meatbag
share it
page.
after you're done talking,
Yeah.
so you don't trip.
I voted
Well,
twice.
It's okay. I got.
Go
I
vote
got
for
this.
Veronica. Vote
Yeah,
for
yeah.
So-
Veronica Giordano. Fucking
Yeah.
like, yeah, vote for V, man.
Gio.
Yeah. So basically, it's a big deal for both of us because not only is it inked fucking magazine, but
Yep.
it's like it's a big. It kind of makes you feel like, okay, I can do this. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
like if it's a big time deal, why not one of us small time folks be able to do it?
Right, right.
You know,
right.
so basically, the link will be on the Facebook page here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
We'll
I'll
post
share
it on the Gio
We'll
and
get it
Meatbag
to all
Show.
of our social media
Yeah,
platforms here.
definitely. Yeah, we'll get it over to the Instagram and all that good
So
shit.
you
I think
can vote- you
actually
can
it's
vote.
already on our Twitter. So if you
can
want to check
vote
that
once
out,
per day, so vote every day.
Yeah, it's actually yes. Yes,
and then
vote
if you
every
want to
day.
be so kind, and it's actually at $1 equals one vote. So I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying pay for anything, but
Yeah, there you go.
if you want to see my wife on the cover, which that's kind of weird that you would pay to see that, and I would actually want you to pay to see that, but whatever, whatever
It's what it
works.
is. Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, I love you, Veronica. I really am pushing this thing because you deserve it. So
Agree with
Right
that.
on. So moving forward, how was your week?
moving right on along.
Hey.
Moving right on
Gio,
along.
how was your week?
How was
my
your week?
I stole it from Jeremy. Jeremy tried to start it.
No.
So my week, Jeremy, was it was eventful because I had to snap back from the reality of Vegas and Double or Nothing. But I also spent just most of the time with my kids and my wife after work just because I missed them so much when
Yep.
I was in Vegas. So
You got for like 4 days, man. That'll make
Yeah.
you miss your kids.
so
and your
I don't
fam.
know if everybody caught this, but my daughter learned the middle finger.
Saw that.
Which I, as a dad, am both proud of and disgusted
Mortified
with.
that she
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Yeah. And my stepson Silas is the one that taught it to her, and he denies it to this very point, but I know it was him. They both miss me a lot, man. Whenever
Yeah.
I go away like that, they don't. It kind of everybody misses each other.
They're stoked
You
when
know,
you're back, man. They're excited when
distance
you're
makes
back
the heart
home.
grow fonder. So,
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know, both my
Exactly.
kids are like missing me, and my wife is
cool.
missing me, and I miss them just as much.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. We actually had some good times at the pool, which we're gonna broadcast later here.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So, but yeah, that was my week. I just spent it with my family.
I want to hear about the SCU party. That's what I want to hear.
We'll get into that.
Get
I
there.
want to hear about
Yeah.
all of that.
Oh, we'll get there. Cash, how was your week?
My week was good, man. Fucking like I went and got really drunk with Bevan off of some Smirnoff ices for like 6
Bevan
fucking
Camp.
hours until we grew the fuck
Big
up
nasty.
and got some legitimate beers. Like, and then it's about 2:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to tell Bevan the history of Alex Squared, and he fell asleep in the fucking lawn chair. Like, fell asleep in a fucking lawn chair.
Dude,
so I look,
lawn chairs
I
are
look
just
over, and I'm halfway through this
mattresses to
shit, and
that
like
guy.
I'm talking. I look at Bevan, I was like, "Bev, are you asleep?" He goes, "Yeah, bruh. I'm fucking done." I was like, "All right, man." Like, so I took a picture of him, obviously, like his
Yeah.
Bevan fell asleep. Like, Which that's notorious Big Nasty.
we
Is a
need to
Big
have-
Nasty
We need
always
to have
falls
an
asleep?
archive of fucking Bevan sleeping pictures.
How many
Oh,
pictures
man.
all of
There's
us have
so
gotten of
many.
Bevan
Oh, yeah.
falling asleep?
Oh yeah, we
The
got,
guy
we
can
got a
fall
bunch.
asleep anywhere. I swear he's narcoleptic.
But here's the thing: is I was never gonna leave Bev
Hats
out
off
there
to
like
him.
that. I
wish
was
I
like,
could
you
do
know
that.
what, dude? I was like, I'm gonna bring Bev in. Fucking, I'm gonna throw him on my couch. Fucking, like, go to sleep, bro. Fucking. Then he went to Dave's party the next day. Fucking went over to Dave's party. And
Dave's housewarming.
I'm not
party.
gonna tell that story because
I
fucking
heard
like
it went great.
I heard it was great.
I
Like,
heard it was a
I heard it was good.
great time.
Good food, good times,
Yeah.
good swimming.
I heard
Yeah.
that he hired like a legit
Yeah.
chef to like cook fucking people food.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Dope.
I could have sworn I saw FOL playing at one point. One of those
Well, I
pictures,
guess they
like
were,
FOL
They
was
did an
playing.
They did an acoustic
set, dude.
set,
I wish
so-
I was fucking able to see that.
Yeah.
I was pooping my brains out.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it over.
I had a
there.
good week, man. Like I hung out with my kids on Sunday and we played some Arkham Asylum and shit, and it was it was a good time. And after that Sunday, I felt like shit, so I wasn't over here. That's why I'm glad you guys waited until Monday to do this. Like, very
We all
happy.
felt like shit yesterday.
Yeah,
High
it
five.
sucked. Like, fucking,
I think-
I was sitting here sending Steven and Gio apology messages going, dude, I'm so sorry I wasn't there yesterday.
And we're
Gio
laughing
goes,
like, dude, we didn't
Gio
even
goes,
do the
bro,
show.
we didn't even do it yesterday. I was like, thank God, man. I can come over tomorrow. Fucking good
That's the
deal.
cool thing about doing a podcast. You can do whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want. Shit happens, no big fucking deal, right?
Yeah.
I felt really bad because this is the
Unless
one
you're
that I
Uncle Nate,
wanted
you
to be
have
a part
listen to
of.
punk and metal all day.
Yeah.
Darn
Fuck,
it.
I gotta listen to Motorhead again for another day till this Gio and Meatbag shit comes back out.
I got to give a
Sorry,
shout out to
y'all.
Bevan because Bevan will never drink another Smirnoff Ice for as long as he lives, dude. He will never
Did
drink.
he swear off
Bev
of them?
will never drink another Smirnoff Ice for as long as he lives
I'll
after
have some
that,
for
dude.
the podcast next time.
Like Bev
Fuck
woke
yeah.
up half dead the next morning. He was like, "Dude, I want to die right now." I was like, "Yeah,
Never
bro, it's
in
pretty
my
bad.
life will I ever drink another
I will
Smirnoff
never drink
Ice.
another
so
Smirnoff Ice."
hopefully he made it to work today. I think.
I think he did.
Yeah.
It was
Might
like
have
his
been going to
second
work
day at
half
work
drunk.
ever.
Meatbag,
What?
how was your week?
How was your
It was
week,
it
brother?
was good, dude.
How was your weak ass immune system yesterday? If you would
the
let me
size
finish. No, I'm just
yesterday
kidding.
was-
that sucked, dude. Like fucking other than that though, I had a good week, dude. I spent a lot of time with Nova this week. And it was really cool because I was gone for the I was only gone Saturday. I was literally only gone like 24 hours.
Yeah.
But I just kiddo, you know
Well,
what
when
I
you
mean?
drive
So-
that far away from your family, it's
Oh
like,
yeah, and
you
I was
know that you're that far away
Yeah.
from your everything. You know?
and I was like just super stoked to fucking spend all week with her. Like it was just literally her and I all week. Jaden was, working and stuff here and there, but like the entire weekend was just her and I. It was fucking cool, dude. I spent a lot of time with the kid and great, dude.
Worked on some music.
Oh yeah, I worked on a fuck ton
Yeah.
of music
Yeah.
over the weekend, dude. We got my guitar tracks done for all the No Composure songs we have right now that we're gonna put out right now.
The accident theory.
I think there's one more song from No Composure. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna throw some shit. We're gonna throw a little bit of sauce on it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Sauce.
We're gonna
Throw
give it
the
that
sauce.
fucking sauce on it.
Fucking sauce.
you can't
yeah.
fucking have the product without the sauce.
It's got a fucking great
Without the
foundation.
sauce.
It just needs that sauce. So, anyways, we got a lot of that shit done for No Composure this week. Jeremy bought a fucking Ebo, and if you guys don't know what an Ebo is, it is a basically they've used them in the fucking 70s and shit, like Cheap Trick and fucking
Yeah,
so like
dude.
it makes your string
Totally.
vibrate and sustain, and like it's an old school like fucking sustain. Like this is in the days where they didn't have a sustainer like vibrato pedal.
Yeah.
This is an actual fucking tool you hold.
creating it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's super cool. So like
Fucking
Jeremy threw on
legit.
like a couple cool things for one of our new songs.
I really dig the fact that Steven brought up Cheap Trick. Like, No Composure's gonna do a cover of Surrender or some shit. Fucking like,
Yeah.
Watch
gonna
the
do a
shoot
Surrender
name.
cover.
Watch the shoot name, bro.
I would
Yeah.
love that shit.
We
Meat-
got some
it's
ideas
Meatbag.
in our bag.
Oh yeah, he's meat back here.
Oh yeah, you guys would just be
I don't
like,
call him by his Christian name, Steven. Steven.
you guys would trip if you heard us having a. I think Rhodey caught into it, and he was just like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" We're talking about some not off the wall shit, but definitely not been done in Arizona punk shit
Oh yeah.
for our next cover. Because
Yeah,
like
dude.
we already started off with Winnebago, who the fuck have you heard in the Arizona punk scene do an old school Foo Fighters song off a B-side?
See, I didn't realize it was Foo Fighters, and I
People
was
do,
like,
like,
bro,
My
that
Hero
sounds
or
like the
something,
Foo
but-
Fighters. And Steven goes, that's because it is the Foo Fighters. It's like, oh, well, there you go,
Dude,
dude.
check
It's like,
this out.
that
You
sounds
ready-
like
you
Foo
ready for me to
Fighters. It's
blow
like,
your
yeah, because
mind?
it is.
You ready for me to blow your mind? It is the Foo Fighters.
That is the Foo Fighters.
But and then the boys came over. When I got off work Friday, the Accident Theory boys were over here for 3 fucking hours already, 3.5 hours, busting their ass on the record. They got all the
busting their humps.
Shout out to Paulie.
yeah,
Gotta be
and
apologized
Trex
for that.
and Dave because they fucking got all the instruments done for the entire record. All we have left to work on is Paul's vocals and the acoustic song.
Yep.
That's it. Oh
Fuck yeah.
fuck! I gave away the last fucking.
Yeah, way to go.
Oh, ruined it. Ruined the whole
Lucky
fucking
we only
record.
have 3 listeners right now. Shout out to Nikki, Uncle
Three
Nate, and
streamers.
Veronica.
3 streamers.
Anyways,
Share our shit.
share our shit, please. And yeah, so like fucking Accident Theory's about ready to drop a full length record. I can tell you for a fact, this is okay for me to say, we are going to be releasing 9 songs. Got a full length album. This bitch is gonna be badass. Like it's a breath of fresh air. Dave puts it the
Yeah.
best way. Dave says
Yeah.
it's a breath of fresh air and it's the best. And like I hate to be just like talking about, I'm not someone who likes to talk about my bands all the time. But just so much is going on with Writing New Squared, Accident Theory, busting our asses for a year and a half, and basically No Composure being sad for a year and a half, and finally just being like, let's do something instead of fucking not doing anything at all. And
Yeah.
just like
I knew you guys would.
record with this year. So and then I got a fucking podcast.
Fortnite is what balances this guy out. Have not you guys, any
Yeah.
of you guys?
See, dude,
realized
Gio
that?
was like personally messaging me
needs
because he
Fortnite.
started Fortnite, and Gio messaged me personally, and he
Once
goes,
I put in those
dude, he
headphones,
goes,
man,
"Fuck no, this sucks. Like I can't get into it. Like,
and dude, right? I just put in those headphones and like I just fucking zone
dude,
everything
my
out.
oldest son keeps asking me for Fortnite, and I told him, I was like, Fortnite's the fucking devil, dude.
Don't
like,
be like that.
Fortnite's the devil. Like I
Dude,
told him that.
My fucking son
verbatim.
spent $100 fucking dollars on the game on our PlayStation.
Silas spent $100
Yeah.
on Fortnite.
You didn't hear about that?
No,
he's
I didn't hear
grounded
about
for
that.
life
Of
from
co-
Fortnite.
Of course he is.
He's not ever until he's an adult. He's not ever allowed to play
Hey,
fucking Fortnite again.
tell Cash what you told Silas about me and Fortnite.
Oh, I was like, I told him straight away. I was like, do you know what Meatbag Uncle Steve would do if he had $100 on Fortnite? I was like, this guy. I was like, he plays Fortnite like a religion. He doesn't ever spend a dime on that shit. I'm like,
I
you
just
got.
buy the battle pass. It
I'm
comes
like,
with a bunch of cool stuff. You don't need to buy.
I was like, I fucking blew up. I was like, you spent $100 fucking dollars. I was like, and then Ben fucking
Yeah.
Big Meanie
Big
was,
Meanie.
was sitting there because Ben's our babysitter. He's like sitting right there. He didn't say a damn word, and I was like, if Ben had $100, we'd never see him again. It's like, and he's just like, hey man,
Yeah,
He's
man,
like,
right.
How the
He's
hell
like-
did he end up with
he's like-
$100? Did he use your card or
the
something?
my
card's
card is
connected
hooked
to
to
the
the
fucking
He used your
shit.
debit card to
Yeah,
fucking
he
like.
just clicked to fucking
Oh my
okay,
God, I had a
purchase,
fucking-
yeah.
oh
the
my
first
God.
purchase
And he
was
knows
what?
our fucking
No,
password,
the
so it was
fir-
like,
Oh.
the first purchase was $10, right?
oh, $110. Yeah.
The first purchase was 10.
Because all
And
he
then
was trying to buy
realized-
was the $10 one, and then he saw that shiny looking $100 one.
And you
Oh
bought
my
that
God.
one too.
No, and then Ben's only comment was like, well, I noticed he had some pretty shiny new skins. I don't even know what that means, but I know it meant that like my son fucking got me for $100.
Oh yeah, I did 110.
Oh my.
Jeremy, I'm just gonna end it right there.
Fortnite's the
That's
devil.
hilarious.
Let's just end it
we
with
gotta
that.
talk about Jeremy's week.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask Jeremy. How's your week, man?
Well, my week was good. It was a busy week. Yeah, we worked on Accident Theory on Friday. We got a lot done. Worked on No Composure on Saturday. That was awesome. Yesterday was my middle stepdaughter's 16th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yeah, so
birthday.
that was awesome. And then two of us were actually productive last night.
Yeah.
And
We weren't shitting and puking our brains out.
if you're not sick of us after this podcast, you can go to Cosmic Soup Recording Facebook and you can watch me and Gio talking about some stuff.
Gio and I.
And if you guys are subscribed to the Cosmic Soup Recording YouTube channel, you actually get emails for those kinds of notifications. So make sure
no
you
joke.
subscribe and enable notifications, and you'll literally because I have to check my email all the time. Today I check it. Boom.
I
There it is,
literally
right
have
there.
a notification on my notification bar right now. Cosmic Soup Recording, the Jeremy and Gio show.
Just saying.
If my
Nobody
girlfriend's
markets better.
listening, I'm just gonna shoot her a text and tell her I love her real quick.
There
Like
you go.
if she's listening.
Shout out to Alyssa.
Why would you have to text her then? And if she's listening,
Well, because it's been like 2.5 hours since I messaged her, so like it's like, dude, like
That's nice.
Oh, that's nice of you, Kat.
I just
no,
wanted
this
to.
is the perfect thing for our girls, because they could be like, what are they doing? Oh wait, I can watch on
What?
YouTube what they're doing.
She knows, man.
Let's
Like,
Hi, babe.
let's have Jeremy finish up, and then we got to kind of move forward into.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, my week was good. It was good.
All right. Well, honestly,
You know what makes me feel good is Omaha Steaks.
damn it.
Speaking of
so what I was gonna say
depression.
is like what you
Speaking
spend
of
most of your week
depression.
just being the most awesome engineer you could of Cosmic Soup Recording, one of our sponsors here at the Gio and Meatbag Show.
And he
Speaking
is
of which,
completely fueled by Omaha Steaks. That's why he has zero depression.
And where do I eat my Omaha Steaks? On a table. And speaking of tables,
whoa.
Look at that, dude.
nice.
Okay.
That's
okay.
right. We are definitely getting the fucking tables tonight. We got a lot to talk about. First off, with WWE, we're just going to run through this really
Well,
quick.
wait.
There's
First
not a
and
whole lot to
foremost,
talk
let me
about.
call the phenomenal
Just
one.
call him. I was going to talk.
Well, it's gonna go.
Oh,
while you're
yeah, that's
talking,
right.
So
I
I want
forgot.
everybody to know what's
Are,
happening.
are we
forgot.
bringing
We're gonna
P1?
call our
Just unplug it real quick.
wrestling
Oh, yeah.
encyclopedia,
Fuck it.
Robert.
Yeah, let's call him.
And
Let's
he's
call
gonna
him.
be in the whole segment. with this guy.
P1R, phenomenal one, Robert.
I figured he didn't want to talk about WWE. He's the one that
No,
turned me over to
has
the
he
Indies.
has a little end cap to talk about.
He's not going to give a flying crap about WWE. If we're talking indie, that's
Are you
where.
there?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh my goodness.
Can you
Okay,
hear
so
us?
we just got through the table.
Yeah, it took us a little bit.
Can everybody
I'm
hear
listening.
Robert right now? Can everybody hear
Can
him?
you
Because
hear
that's
me?
what matters to me.
Testing.
Yes,
Testing.
Gio's got his
Testing.
headphones on. Hold on 1 second. Gio's headphoning up real quick so he can really hear you.
All right, sexting.
Sexting, 1, 2, 3.
Sexting,
Robert.
one,
Sexting,
two.
1, 2, 3.
Testing. Testicles. Testicles.
I got
1,
nothing.
2. Testicles. 1, 2.
I got no Robert in my headphones.
We can kind of hear you, bro, but not really.
What's up,
Fucking to a
brother?
point.
Testicles. Hello. Can you hear me?
Now we can hear
I'm
you.
Available of hearing.
representative of Omaha Steaks?
I am a representative of Omaha Steaks. Did you
The,
know that
the
you can
mics
use
are
promo
extra
code
loud now, but we
STD
can hear
to get
Robert.
1.1% off.
Fuck yeah. Promo code STDs. You heard it here first.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds
So
phenomenal.
what's up, dude? How you doing, Robert? It's good to talk to you.
I'm doing good.
Doing
I'm
good?
doing good.
You ready to are you ready
doing
to talk
well.
some fucking wrestling?
Robert said he really wanted to be on this episode, so fucking like, yeah, Robert, let's get into it, dude.
He was my partner in crime for the entire fucking
The whole
weekend
weekend.
of Vegas.
The whole weekend.
The whole crazy ass weekend.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
So-
So
First, we were gonna meatbag.
oh yeah, first week we'll just run through WWE really quick. Like obviously, you got the Super Showdown coming up. Is that right?
Yeah, and
Which
Saudi,
none of us
and,
are gonna watch.
And Jeddah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Saudi
Goldberg,
Arabia.
I
Goldberg versus
forgot
The
to-
Undertaker, which should have happened 15 fucking years ago. Like I don't even kind of care to see that.
Yeah, I
match.
forgot to forgot. I'm sorry.
Well, Lance canceled his WWE network, so now I can't even watch anything.
I'll give you mine.
But I give him
I've got
credit.
Why
mine.
don't you use mine?
Dude, I give him
You
props
still
because
have yours. You're
he
such a
went with
sport.
the other option, and it gives you an option to like type out a comment, and he put AEW,
I saw
AEW,
it.
AEW,
I
and
saw
I was
it.
like, all right, like that was
I'll,
cool.
I'll give you my login. You can have my login.
Yeah, even though it's kind of like a slap in the face, I thought it was cool.
Okay,
Um,
so we're looking at Super Showdown coming, and it's I believe it's this Sunday. So
Yeah,
first off, I'm not too stoked about this just because it's kind of becoming a repeat.
Yep.
Reigns versus McIntyre.
Don't even care.
yeah.
Don't even kind of care.
Like
Roman Reigns is
There's
gonna
just
win.
no heat on that
No,
rivalry.
there hasn't
If
been
they throw
heat
some
for
sizzle
months.
on that steak, then we'll be interested.
And I'll
but-
tell you what, I think Drew McIntyre is a late shit, dude. You remember when he was the chosen one back in like 2009? Like he was the chosen one, and
He's
now
amazing. He's
when he
amazing.
left and he went to the Indies for a while, and then came back, it's like, all right, dude, this motherfucker is legit.
Well, dude, on the Indies, he was absolutely killing it.
Exactly. He was legit when he was on the Indies, fucking.
Well,
But now it's like,
just the booking, man. Like
They,
I
they
really,
really haven't let him do much, though.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what is he
It's
now? He's like
WWE.
Shane McMahon's
Seems to be
fucking
the thing
henchman,
around there.
dude. He's like a Shane McMahon
Yeah.
henchman now. Fucking.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
There's
Jesus,
no voice.
get him off the henchman shit.
Well,
He was Baron Corbin's fucking henchman before that, and it was like, dude, get the fuck off.
Well, that's what's weird about this kind of like another match between Reigns and McIntyre is because he's been feuding with Shane essentially. You know
He
what
is
I mean?
feuding with Shane.
So-
yeah,
Dumb.
So, you know,
While
well,
Shane's been feuding with Miz.
exactly. Shane's in 2 feuds right now.
yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, but I feel like Shane's the only person like that's actually out there during the show trying to make a difference with the product. You know what I mean? Because we all know, as everybody else in the, WWE universe, wrestling fans amongst the world, everybody knows there's something weird going on with WWE.
Yeah.
They're losing some interest in
Well,
or
I
their
think
fans
a
are losing
lot of people
some interest.
found
sorry.
out what's going on through Jericho's podcast.
Did you guys hear what
Yeah.
fucking like Kevin Nash said about Shane McMahon when they asked him, like, because Kevin Nash did
Well,
that
I mean,
whole
like everybody's already kind of known it.
yeah. They did the Kevin Nash, Kevin Nash did that whole fucking who's a dick thing.
Who's a dick?
Who's a dick? So they got to Shane McMahon, and Kevin Nash goes, he's one of the coolest, whitest
Coolest,
motherfuckers,
richest white
the
dudes.
coolest, richest white motherfuckers you ever meet in your life. Actually, down. Like he seems like a really cool guy, but it's like, dude, the fact that Vince wants to put him in every major storyline, every major fucking
Yeah.
feud you have, it's like, dude, Shane's cool, but he ain't that fucking cool, dude. He's not that cool. Like, I don't want to see Shane versus Roman Reigns. I don't want to see Shane versus the fucking Miz again. I don't want to see Shane
So-
versus 60-year-old Undertaker's ass again. Fucking I
So-
don't want to see it.
What? All right. So, what do you honestly think, Meatbag? What do you think is the best match on the fucking Super Showdown card? Because I want to talk about that and then move the fuck on.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm so over WWE.
Yeah, and so am I. But we just
I'm gonna pee.
No, yeah.
We all right. So this next one may be a little bit more interesting, but it's still kind of stale as well. This is just kind of like a prediction. It's clearly getting set up though. It's Lynch versus Flair versus Lacey Evans, and it's going to be a triple threat for the Raw Tag Team Championship. That's just kind of like another thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like what we're
Thing that
talking
we've
about.
seen before.
Yeah.
Well, now there's the heat though with Flair and Evans because
Yeah, it's still
well, like Lacey Evans attacked Charlotte Flair for fucking costing her the tag match on the SmackDown.
right. And
So
it's-
there's a little bit of heat between the two, and so they're not just like it's not going to be a 2-on-1 with Becky.
right.
So
right.
now there's a kind of a new perspective.
Right.
So I get
and this
that.
is all just kind of like prediction. It's not fully set in stone yet. We'll find out. We're recording this on a Monday, so Raw's tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll find out if that's really going to be the match. I'm not doing predictions. This is just, I'm not going to like predict who wins.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
I
kinda
feel
wanna,
like Becky's
I
gonna
just kind of
win
want to move
again.
past these speculations here.
Becky, I feel like Becky will retain. But that's just me personally.
Of course,
That's
but
personally.
but I don't want to talk about predictions. I want to move past it.
Let's move past it.
So, DB and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. That's something that they kind of set up. They gave Heavy Machinery that little weird angle on SmackDown last week, so we might be seeing that. Women's Tag Team Championship you might also be seeing Iconics, Kabuki Warriors.
Can we
Alexa
talk
Bliss,
about
and
the
Nikki
Iconics
Cross
for a
real
second?
quick.
Because I feel like those two are they're phenomenal talkers. They really
They're
are,
good
dude.
talkers.
They're good talkers, but
Why?
I feel like they've been losing in every goddamn match that they've had for the
Can I
last
ask you-
month.
Can I ask you a
And Peyton Royce
They're
they're
so
both annoying. They're
fucking
annoying,
They're-
but they can talk. Like, I mean, it's legitimate with their talking ability. Robert, do you hate the Iconics, bro?
How do you feel?
Man, I'm sorry, but I really have no opinion of WWE. Like, I've been so involved in the indies right now that I haven't caught anything since, like,
Robert is
Royal
our
Rumble.
resident indie guy.
Oh,
He
yeah,
knows
right.
more about the indies than I do, and I know a lot about the indies.
And then
Fucking
so-
Robert knows more about the indies than me.
And we'll get there. I just really want to get this WWE thing out of the way.
Steven
so,
wants it to be over.
so let's just
you know
get
what I
through
did
it. I just
catch?
want to
Did
cover it for the
did
people.
anybody catch NXT?
Yeah.
Yes,
And we're
yeah,
gonna get
but
there.
I
And we're
caught
gonna-
the highlights.
and we're
I didn't
gonna
watch
get-
the whole thing.
Yeah, and we're going to get there too. I'm just trying to do it in an orderly fashion for the people who actually do tune in to listen to us talk about WWE. And as well as the people, I'm sure the people that do tune in to watch us or listen to us talk about WWE know how the product is kind of
Yeah.
fucked
Jeremy's
up right now.
outside having a cigarette right now because
Yeah.
he cared more about that than fucking talking about
Right.
this shit.
I know a for sure
But he
match.
does have AEW notes.
I know a for sure match is Andrade versus Balor. They could probably put on a pretty good
Oh,
match.
phenomenal! That's 5-star shit,
Ooh.
dude.
That
5-star.
they'll put on a good match.
That
and
is
then,
going to be a match.
and
Yes.
then you're going to
Yes.
have
Hopefully.
Triple H versus Randy Orton. They could probably put on a pretty good
Oh,
match
they
too.
always put on
Well,
good
but here's the
matches.
thing: is that Triple H these days, man, like he's not. And you know they've been fucking pushing that fucking Triple H versus The Rock one more time, fucking like to do
Yeah.
it one more time, fucking at WrestleMania. Because if you think about The Rock and Triple H, like that was one of the best feuds of the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
It was, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
Triple H is getting to a point now where it's like, man, you don't put on the matches that you used to, fucking
Yeah.
not
The
anymore.
thing
Like,
I don't like is they keep putting them in one-offs, like just
Yeah, it's-
one-offs with no real big builds. Like
I
Triple
completely
H is
agree,
a
Robert.
storied character. Like he does a really good job at like building freaking storylines and
Yeah.
like freaking being a part of it. Like when they put him in a one-off, you don't get like the storied match that he normally has. You know, like when he had that match with The Rock and whatnot, it was a storied rivalry. Now they're just putting him in these one-offs, and you don't get to have like the full Triple H experience.
That's a
I,
very
I
good
think
point.
the thing with Batista could have been better, man. Fucking like, I mean, Batista for this guy that's like acting in Hollywood now and cutting the promos that he did was like, dude, fucking Jesus, you could be. Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Okay, so
Give me what I want.
anyways, we're for sure looking at Goldberg versus Taker, a match that probably should have happened
15
10
years ago. 15.
Definitely
15
don't
years
want to spend a whole lot of time on this because we got a pretty lengthy segment here. I'm sure that they'll put on an interesting match for some out of some sort. Some people will be
We'll
hype
see.
about it.
Taker's
We'll
going
see.
to carry that.
We'll
Like,
see.
he'll carry that match.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
see
that
what
Balor
happens
and
there.
Andrade is going to be tight.
Yeah, that's going to be
Hell
a good
yeah,
one.
that'll
for
be a
That's
good
sure.
gonna be the
match.
show still.
That'll be the best match of the night.
Dark horse.
So Kofi and Kevin Owens have the angle going. We don't know what
See,
we'll see
I
there.
think they'll have a.
And there's definitely nothing really going on. I haven't watched Raw tonight.
No, it's
but
not
there's
good
nothing
for
really going on with
KO's not-
Rollins either.
Yeah.
So
KO's not going to fucking Saudi Arabia. It's Kofi versus Dolph Ziggler, right? Like, isn't that what's supposed to happen?
we'll
Yeah,
see.
it is Kofi versus
Kofi-
Dolph
Oh,
Ziggler.
yeah, Kofi
it's
versus
Kofi
Dolph
versus
Ziggler at
That's
Super
for sure
Showdown.
Because
happening.
Ziggler,
That's right.
yeah,
That's
keeps
right.
coming
That's
out
right.
and attacking.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
because KO's not going to Saudi Arabia. Fucking, he didn't want to go, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to be
You're
Kofi
right, you're
versus
right.
Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Thank
Which-
you. Thank you for correcting that.
It's all good, bro.
I almost was going to be pissed because we're still talking about WWE, but you corrected me, and I'm thankful for that. Thank
I
you.
love you.
So, real quick before we
And no
before we,
plans for Rollins as of now.
None that I've heard of.
Well, because
No,
he's in the
not that I've heard of.
he's the Universal Champ, so
And
they gotta
Brock
like.
is supposedly cashing in tonight, so we'll
Brock
see
and
what
s-
happens.
yeah.
No, actually, no. They did a fucking tournament on, or it was like a fatal 4-way on Raw to see who would be the #1 contender.
Can we just talk about how fucking funny that was when Brock started hitting fucking Heyman in the face with the goddamn contract?
He's
That
like,
was.
I have a year to
I
cash
have a
this thing
year.
in."
How do you not know that?
Robert,
Gotta love
obviously,
Brock.
yeah, Brock's your guy.
Robert's a
how the
big
fuck-
Brock
Gotta
guy.
love Brock.
I think Brock's a fucking C face, but
So,
fucking that's just
Let's
me.
definitely talk about Brock in a little bit because we are going to talk about Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar in a little bit. But that's it for WWE.
Well, no, real quick, I wanted to say
damn it.
because Robert,
Go ahead. Sorry.
Robert actually had a grief that he wanted to express,
Let's hear it,
and then we
Robert.
got to talk about NXT.
Let's hear it, brother. What's your grief?
Oh, dude, did anybody catch the opening match? The opening match of like NXT Takeover.
Oh yeah,
Matt Riddle and
I didn't see
Matt
it.
Riddle and
No, that-
Roderick
yeah.
Strong.
It was Strong versus Riddle.
The Matt Riddle won that shit, didn't he?
Bruh.
Yeah, bro won.
Yeah.
The bro won.
Hey, so what was your grievance though? You were
What's wrong
pissed
with it?
off about something that the WWE stole from you.
Oh, dude, the 24/7 title. What is up with that shit? Like, did they not make that shit like a year ago? Like, that's some bullshit. Cocksuckers.
But specifically, what did they steal from you, bro? Did you have the idea for the 24/7 title? Is that what you're telling me?
Dude, I'm like, we legitimately made the 24/7 title. The 24/7 title
GHT.
still exists somewhere.
Oh, so you came up with 24/7 for GHT. Fucking, oh, all right. Fucking, yeah, that makes sense.
Telling you, they've been watching us.
They've been watching fucking
They've been
Robert,
listening.
man. There's cameras in Robert's house right now, dude. Fucking, they've been watching
Dude, I'm
him.
telling you, they've been stealing my ideas for years.
All right, can we get off the WWE
Yeah,
train
so
now?
if you guys
Yeah,
haven't just
please,
heard,
can we talk about the AEW?
Let's
if you,
talk
if
about
you guys didn't just hear the toilet
AEW.
flushing behind me, that
Actually,
signifies the end.
before we get into AEW, can we talk about the indie match that we got to go to before AEW?
I want to hear about it because I haven't
Hey,
heard about it.
Adam Cole's new NXT champion.
Baby!
That's what I have to report.
Adam Cole
Which
is.
I guess we shouldn't really take
NXT
away because
champion.
NXT is still awesome.
NXT
I
is
watched that whole
amazing.
thing. It was
Yeah.
fucking great.
I think
Takeover
if-
25 was
I
great.
think if AEW
Until fucking Vince ruins Adam Cole on the main roster, which is going to happen because he ruins everybody. Fucking, is Adam Cole. I mean, Jesus, dude. Fucking just wait. 5 years, he'll be in AEW. He
so,
will.
But yes, that's it
Yeah.
for the WWE product.
Adam
Now,
Cole is just going to go on over, man. Like,
Oh, I love Adam
Cole's friends
Cole,
with the
dude.
Bucks.
I'm such
He's
a
gonna
huge
go on
Adam.
I
over.
think Kevin Steen will be back before too long too because that's just they're all boys, dude. And that's if you go look on the Gio and Meatbag, actually it's on my personal, just Alex Giordano on YouTube. I posted the Kenny Omega Q&A that he did after the documentary of the Omega Man, and he talks a lot about a lot of that stuff. Is like he wants his team back. He wants his boys. And,
Well, you guys.
the WWE has a lot of those like star players right now.
You guys were there. I mean, so you got to see all of it firsthand. But when I was watching it fucking on TV, like they specifically mentioned during that fucking like Young Bucks versus, the fucking Lucha Brothers, which we'll get into. But they specifically mentioned El Generico and fucking Kevin Steen
yeah.
they did
in the midst of that match. So where
Yeah.
they were
Those
talking
are their
about them,
boys, dude.
how the Bucks fucking were. I mean, that was some of their biggest rivals, dude. Was El Generico and
Yeah.
Kevin Steen. So
Yeah.
some of the matches they did in that, moves they did in that match fucking were, I guess, fucking like tributes to
Yeah.
them. Like,
There was
fucking,
like
I was like,
a fucking kind of like a tombstone onto the turnbuckle.
onto the top rope, fucking
yeah,
on top.
onto the top turnbuckle.
Yeah,
that
top
was
turnbuckle.
from the top rope. That would kind of look like a botch.
Yep,
Yeah, it was a brain buster,
brainbuster.
and it kind of looked like a botch. And Meatbag and I were like, "Oh shit! Like, what just happened? Like, did they just botch?" Because there wasn't a single fucking botch in
Wasn't
that
as
match.
I think
Scary
the
as
only
the
botch that I
superplex
saw
with
was
Dustin
fucking in
and
that
fucking-
goddamn women's like 6-man tag, fucking where she two, like that was the only botch I saw in the whole damn
Yeah.
thing.
all right, now let's try to bring this in a little bit here, and let's
Yeah, let's get some order here, ref.
yeah, let's get some order here. So I think it's very wise that we switch over to AEW, but first I think it's very wise that we play some music because it's been about a long fucking time since we talked about our sponsor, Cosmic Soup Recording and Bodacious Prince. We appreciate you guys, but we definitely need to take a quick music break, and then we have a lot to talk about with Double or Nothing, but we definitely need to take a music break for sure.
Robert, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
All right, we're gonna take a music break real quick. and
Yeah,
we'll come
we
right back.
apologize, Robert. We just want you to be a part of this whole wrestling segment
I
because we
want
love
Robert to be
you.
a part of it too.
So, we're going to go back to back here, 2 tracks back to back. This is actually a big, Robert, if you want to throw a thank you out there too, this is a thank you to Haas. And
Thank you, Haas. Thank you for that couch, and thank you for the freaking bomb-ass
Cozy ass
music
couch.
yeah.
while we were waiting in line.
So, this is Franks and Deans with Sway.
When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean on its threshold, hold me close, sway. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with me. When we dance, you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. All the dancers may thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me low. Thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me low. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me Mexico. I didn't know just what to expect. In Mexico, she threw her arms up around my neck. In Mexico, we started dancing all around the floor. In Mexico, she did the dance I never saw before. So, Shuba, 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 Shuba. He wears a red bandana, plays a cool
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Episode 53.
53. That was Franks and Deans with the first song, Sway. Second song, Down in Mexico. I bet you didn't even think that was 2 songs, did you?
You literally have to play those songs back to back.
Oh, you can't not.
I was curious
have-
when you introduced Sway. I was like, oh, I know it.
I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
Welcome back to the
off
show,
of
everybody.
Album, what are you all doing in, or how did you all get in my room?
Yes. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you're tuning in on our YouTube page. YouTube, Gio and Meatbag.
Is
We're live
Robert-
right now.
Is Robert with us?
We still
Or-
have Robert on the line.
Robert,
No.
are you here?
No, Robert, I had to hang up.
We gotta
hung
get
up on
Robert
his
back.
ass.
I had to hang up.
We'll get him back. Now we're here to talk about this shit with Robert.
Because he wants to be a part of this for sure.
Well, we want him to be a part of it.
I want him to be a part of it.
But hope everybody's tuning in.
There
Yo.
he is. There he is.
We got Robert
Robert's back with
back
us.
on the line. Sorry about that. We just had to run through some WWE stuff really quick, and then now it's time to talk some Double or Nothing, boys. So all weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada, there was just fucking nonstop punk rock and wrestling. And the first couple days before the Double or Nothing event, you had the StarCast event.
Yep.
So I really want Robert and yourself, Gio, to talk about StarCast a little bit, because what a fucking phenomenal experience before you go see the greatest wrestling show.
Of all
Ever.
time.
So, but anyways, please talk to me about StarCast. I kind of want to hear about your guys' trip a little bit too, and I'm sure everybody else does, because if anybody knows the phenom Robert and the almighty Gio, there's some interesting stories
Oh, yeah.
to be told.
So we started the weekend off going up at the weigh-ins. We just got into StarCast. We went into like the meet and greet area, and we didn't have the money to pay for any meet and greet, but we like semi meet and greeted everybody. We just kind of yelled at them. We're like, hey, and they're like, hey,
Which you can
It
find
was
on
all
our
good.
YouTube.
right? But then we went over to the weigh-ins, and we got to watch Sammy Guevara and Kit Saban get ready to be weighed in.
Nice.
And I actually got to be a little part of that. If you're watching the weigh-in, there's a certain part where Sammy Guevara is saying, there's a certain thing that you got to understand about me. And then there's a guy who just screams through a silent crowd, that you're a dick?
And it throws him
And-
off.
Dude, it straight throws him off. But then he comes back with a comeback, and he's like, no, but your dad sucks on one. So the rest of the weigh-in goes in. We got to shake hands with the Bucks. We got to shake hands with Cody. Like, it was amazing. The weigh-ins were awesome. But
That's cool.
we left the weigh-ins, and we were walking on the strip, and we actually got to catch Sammy Guevara one more time. And I got to apologize for throwing him off. And he's actually a cool guy. Talk to him on Twitter.
Did you guys get to see an
We good
indie
friends.
match?
We good friends.
Yeah, that's
Did you
actually
get to see an indie match?
where I wanted to go with it was that we went to Fremont Street.
Yep.
Where our boy Damian Drake, who you guys
Signed
will
to
see-
AAA.
You
Fucking
guys will
Damian
see on
Drake
the,
signed to AAA.
You guys will see Damian Drake here in Cosmic Soup on the podcast soon.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
Stoked for that.
But he was kind of like our inside guy the whole weekend, because he sent us this thing that was like, oh, hey, come check out this indie show. And like I talked about earlier, we're standing in line for it, and we heard Franks and Deans playing, and, me being me, I just ran back and forth
What a
from my
trip.
spot in line to fucking going and jamming out to Franks and Deans, and even gave Robert a break and let him go check them out and shit like that. So the indie show itself was
Dude, the indie show was lit. So to start this off, this indie show was just out in the middle of like the strip right there, and they had couches around the ring. The front row was couches, and then everybody was standing back behind that. But me and Gio somehow throughout the show ended up scoring ourselves the couch, and we were front row.
Yeah.
And we had some big old Samoan motherfuckers sitting on us throughout the whole match. And
That's
those
Rikishi's
Samoan
brother.
motherfuckers were Rikishi and
That's Rikishi's
freaking-
brother. That's the ultimate Samoan, dude. He was-
Steven's long lost
he was-
cousin and shit.
Well, dude, he was part of the original Samoan SWAT team. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he really?
yeah.
No shit.
What a
Dude,
fucking
and we
great
had him
tag
like
team.
sitting on us, and he like was sharing our Fireball. We had Fireball in a water bottle, and
Oh,
we're all
yeah.
just sitting there right next to the ring.
I
And
remember now.
he was-
Like you forgot, man. Fucking
Well, dude, and apparently we were part of the production because Matt Stryker comes up to me with a fucking box full of.
was Stryker there?
Light
Matt,
bulb.
Matt Stryker
comes
was
up
there?
to me with a box full of fucking 3-foot light bulb, fluorescent light
Yeah.
bulbs that you know what that's for.
I know.
So he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna crawl under the ring. Will you hand these to me as I like put them into place?" And I'm like, I look at Robert and I'm like, apparently we're just part of the production now because like this is our show.
That's fucking awesome,
You know,
though. I'd have
and,
been
like,
stoked about
Dude,
that.
Brian Pillman Jr. was there. Davey Boy Smith Jr. was there.
we had Marty the Moth's wife. Marty the Moth's wife was standing right behind us. Marty
Yeah.
the Moth was actually in a few of the matches, and she was sipping off of our bottle of Fireball. She killed most of our bottle of Fireball.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Marty the Moth's wife, you owe us a bottle of Fireball. Just saying.
And so
Or
does
at least an interview.
D's Nuts guy, but we'll get into that a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Oh,
swear
in
to
a
God,
second.
dude.
But,
Fucking.
D's Nuts.
So
I-
okay,
I-
so real quick before we get into that, there was great talent. Damian Drake, Willie Mack, Brian Pillman Jr. Who's the
We
guy
had
that
Jack
was
Evans.
Jack Evans? Yeah, Jack Evans.
We
Davey
had
Boy
Marty
Smith
the
Jr.
Moth there. We had
Was Davey
some,
Boy Smith Jr.
people
there?
from
Yeah.
GCW.
No shit.
The whole
GCW was out
Heart
there
Foundation.
representing.
Yeah. See, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. It was just a great show.
Yeah.
So Robert points out to me that, like, look, dude, look right across from us, ringside. That's the D's Nuts guy. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Like, legit was him.
Yeah.
Right?
The
Like-
D's Nuts. Got him.
Got him.
Yeah. And so, like, at first we're like, okay, cool. We just keep watching the show. Later, like, we approach him and shit. Like, after, like, I fangirled out on Rikishi and got his signature that my
Yep.
wife washed off the shirt. And
V,
fucking,
By accident.
you fucked up
you know,
so bad.
it was an accident. But you know, I fangirled out just basically on Matt Stryker. I kept begging him to sign my neck, and I told him I was gonna get it tattooed. I guess I was drunk as shit.
Which,
so
by the way, I ended up getting that light bulb tube box signed by my Matt Stryker. So.
yeah, yeah, we have the take a picture of that later, send it to us, and we'll post it of the
We'll
fucking
put it on the Gio and Meatbag or Twitter.
show,
Or
Gio
the
Meatbag Show.
Meatbag Show.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm still getting used to it too.
Yeah. But so we ended up running into D's Nuts guy, and Gio just lets all of his fucking mark out right
Drunken-
there. Like, dude, this
drunken
is somebody
mark.
mildly famous.
on the D's
On
Nuts
the
guy.
D's
Well,
Nuts guy.
dude,
So hard.
it ended
So
up being
hard.
like,
No, hold on. Let me
Did
take
it-
over here for a sec.
all right,
Gio marked out so hard for the D's Nuts guy. Just
I did.
head over at heels like, oh my God, Robert.
somebody's
D's
slightly
Nuts.
famous.
Oh my god.
So I keep trying to stop him. Like, I'm like, hey, bro, you do realize he's pretty much stolen like 2 bottles of liquor from us now. He's like $20 deep with us. Like, are we going to just kick this guy to the curb or what are we doing? And he's like, no, man, it's D's Nuts guy. Somehow we end up with D's Nuts in my car. D's Nuts are riding around in my car with us, and he passes out, and he's supposed to be our GPS. And at this point, I lose my mind. And I'm like, Gio, you sit in the back seat for a sec. And I pull D's Nuts out of this car, and I freaking throw him out in the street. And we
Bevan
go,
told me that. He goes, dude, he goes,
mind with D's
Robert
Nuts.
fucking threw the D's Nuts guy out
Out of
on
his
the
car?
streets. He goes out of his car. He goes, bro. He goes,
I was fucking blacked out drunk, so I had no idea what was
oh,
going on.
Bevan told me, he was like, bro. He goes, fucking Robert threw the D's nuts guy out on the street.
Well, as soon as I knew that I was allowed re-entry into that indie show, that's when I was like, Robert, I'm going to the car. I'm getting the fucking fireball, and we're getting fucked up, right? So like, I got re-entry, and nobody even was patting pockets or nothing like that. It was a fucking indie show. So like, I fucking was like, all right, dude, we're getting fucked up. And from there on out, like, I'd say second match of the indie show, Gio was not there. Like,
Dude,
no,
and
Gio
then,
was there.
like,
Alex
And
wasn't.
then Gio got really drunk when he started drinking with the Samoans. When the Samoans got in there and Gio started trying to drink with the Samoan, it was over.
You ain't happening. Sorry.
Hey, I give it my all, man.
Dude, and I mean, Buddy the Mop's wife, she was holding her own right there. She was drinking like nobody's business.
Did you say you guys got to meet the Bucks and Cody and shit? Fucking like you got to meet like, yeah, you guys got to meet the main AEW guys.
No,
I thought you said you met the Bucks.
No.
Like you got to shake hands with the Bucks.
No, that was at the fucking weigh-ins. They like came out of the curtain and we got to like slap hands.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah.
But we didn't get when we went to the after party.
That's pretty much like being best friends with him, though.
Yeah, you're best friends with the Bucks now.
Oh, dude,
tight,
yeah,
you know?
we're so tight with them. Like, we're not going to let the truth get in the way of a good story here. Like, we're tight as hell with them.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, we're kind of no selling it, you know.
Yeah.
But, no, but you know, so that was that. Let's go fucking match for match. Double or nothing.
Yes.
Let's start with the buy-in.
The Casino Battle Royale.
That shit was great.
Fire.
Dude, Facebook was like fucking up for half of that match. Like I kept trying to watch it and Facebook kept fucking up.
So being there live, I will tell this story real quick. Being there live, since I got my ticket late, I got excuse me.
Sweet.
I kind of got my own seat kind of away from Robert and Gio. Well, I talked to them right before they got in the venue, and I told them where I was sitting, and they said that they would call me, you know, whenever they're close. So I'm sitting there. Casino Battle Royal starts. You guys call me as soon as these two gentlemen behind me said that they upgraded their seats, and they went down to row F.
Right.
Not even 10 seconds later, you guys call me. 2 free seats open up right next to me. So
Right
we got to
by you.
sit there and enjoy the show together.
Steven,
So
can you tell
I will
us?
say that, but double or nothing. Okay, so sorry, I was just losing my place here. And so as we got to sit together, the Casino Battle Royal starts.
Right.
For the Battle Royal. Man, did anybody see the Joey Janela getting that cigarette stapled to his face? Like, the cameras cut that off, but live, getting to see him get that cigarette stapled to his face was, oh my gosh, that
But
was awesome.
I want to hear Steven's portion of this while he was still in line waiting to get in.
So I mean,
Steven got to meet a very famous person while he was in line waiting to get in.
I wasn't in line with
you. Were already inside. Fucking
No.
Like,
He was a little bit behind me. I was like 50th person. Yeah, he didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
I was like 50th person in the back.
I got it now.
But I got to meet Corey Taylor. He's fucking great, dude. We were just having a conversation about him the night before too with Cash and Paul. So it was really cool to. Fucking.
We
meet
spent
Corey
the better
Taylor,
part
man.
of like 45 minutes to an hour listening to Slipknot, and then fucking like Steven meets Corey Taylor the next day, which was like
Yeah, it's
pretty
fucking cool.
serendipitous. Fucking, it was, you know, kind of a cool how it happened. I was like, I met Corey Taylor fucking like 5 years ago, but fucking the fact that Steven got to meet him was awesome.
At a wrestling event.
I mean, he's at a
event.
wrestling event because
He's
he's
actually behind me in line.
he's
which is
just-
weird. You think
he-
that guy would be in the building?
he's one of the most
It's kind of like a
like-
Where's Waldo with Corey Taylor. because
Totally.
You can see like Money in the Banks from the past where he's sitting
He's
right
sitting
behind
there.
the commentators and shit like
Yep.
that. But
Right.
He's just like one of the most down to earth fucking dudes in the world, and he's in the biggest metal band fucking on the planet. Like, but
yeah, that was cool to see.
he's just a
him.
very down to earth dude, like who just wants to enjoy shit
Right.
like everybody else, and that's
Yeah.
that's cool, dude.
cool,
Like,
dude. So
He-
we're
he
totally
sat in his
backtracking.
seat just like everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's get
we're,
our
we're
feet forward
backtracking
here.
like crazy
yeah, yeah.
here.
Casino Battle Royale.
Casino Battle Royale.
Let's
Yeah.
get
Yes.
back to that Orange Cassidy.
Oh,
So
dude.
what did everybody? I know a lot of you guys are new to like a lot of this indie stuff. So like,
Not me.
what did everybody think of like
Well,
Orange Cassidy?
just
like that.
like
I
in
thought it-
general, like the Casino Battle Royale itself was just a very good way of displaying who all these indie people are because they did a
You
very
got
Exactly. That's
Luchasaurus.
a good fucking point.
yeah.
Luchasaurus, fucking MJF. Which
MJF is the
dude,
best.
we can spend 2 hours talking about
is the top
MJF,
of the
dude.
world.
To answer your question, Robert, Orange Cassidy is probably my new favorite professional wrestler because I love those
fucking
just
hilarious.
over the fucking
Yep.
top gimmicks like Joey Ryan, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's the people that save
Hey,
kayfabe, dude. Like,
you know what? Like Orange Cassidy's cool, but he still isn't badass enough to grab Joey Ryan's dick. That's
Nope.
for sure.
yeah.
You seen how that?
Has
No,
Joey
I think he
Ryan
has.
announced who he's signing
No,
with yet? Fucking has
pretty
Joey
sure
Ryan
he
done
did.
that yet?
He has.
Joey Ryan had his indie farewell. Fucking is he?
No, he's
staying with the
You haven't
Indies.
caught on?
no.
He's his big announcement is that he's staying in the Indies.
Oh my god.
And now he's got a Joey Ryan returns to the Indies shirt. That's the same shirt.
Is that
it's
his-
just,
is that
it's
shirt?
crossed out where it says
I'm staying in the
yeah,
Indies.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Dude, he's like Kiss, man. He has so many. He's coming back.
Dude, Joey
Right,
Ryan's
right.
got the penis plex, man.
So-
Fucking that's the
Saving wrestling.
lethalest move in fucking wrestling.
right. So, anyways, it was really cool to have the like Gio said, it was perfect. It was a perfect way to display the types of talent they have
Yeah.
in AEW.
Absolutely.
Well,
real-
not
it
even in
was real-
AEW
it
because
was
a lot of
really
those
good.
guys were just signed for that match.
What was
Oh,
the
yeah,
name of
yeah,
the
it's
guy
like-
without any legs? Fucking what was his name?
That was Dustin Thomas.
Dustin
Yeah.
Thomas. Fucking the
it's
guy
a
without
good
any
way
legs.
for AEW to convey who these indie people are and
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you should
exactly.
invest in these people
Yeah.
because they're going to be on a brand like AEW
Absolutely.
or WWE
Yep.
one day.
You had
And also for people like me who knew about a lot of these indie guys,
Right.
and like
Same.
they actually got to finally see them on the big stage. You know, a lot of
Yes.
these
Yeah.
guys have never gotten to be on
Yep.
the big stage. You know, like
Well, that's why I
for-
kept every guy we met, I just kept saying congrats
Yeah.
because that was such a big deal to them.
Oh,
you know?
totally,
Absolutely.
man.
I mean, you had so many people in the Battle Royal. You had everyone from Janela, Havoc,
Hey,
Tommy
man, dude.
Dreamer, Dustin Thomas, fucking
Ace.
Michael Nakazawa,
Actually, I'll let you
Sonny
take this one. Ace who?
Sunny
Meatbag?
Day.
Ace Romero.
Oh!
Ace Romero.
Oh,
Ace-
did you say it right?
Ace-
You said it right.
Ace Romero.
What do you call him?
Romero?
What do you call him
Ace
originally?
Romero.
What'd
I
you
always
call him
fucked up
originally?
and screwed up his name, Dad. I couldn't even tell you. Robert can.
Did you call him Ace Merrill? Fucking
Yeah, I fucked up.
Ace
Dad.
Freely.
It was worse.
Ace
than that.
Merrill was
Anyways, you had Michael Nakazawa. He was in.
Michael Nakazawa.
You had him in the battle royal. You also got to see
Oh,
Billy
dude,
Gunn.
Yeah,
did
the
it-
baby
like
oil.
that-
Billy
that
Gunn,
baby
dude.
oil.
Dude, I like Billy
That-
Gunn's
that-
new T-shirt, man.
that-
Fuck, I'm
that,
a big fan
baby-
of Billy Gunn's new T-shirt. I got two new words for you.
I think Michael Nakazawa and Joey Ryan should have a baby oil
That
match.
that
like,
baby oil
Ah.
skit was fucking hilarious. Yes, Billy Gunn, he was in it. That was really cool to see old badass Billy Gunn in there. And you
Yeah.
also got to see Sean Spears,
Sean Spears,
The perfect
perfect 10.
formerly known
You
as
had Joey
Ty
Janela,
Dillinger.
you
Ty
had,
Dillinger.
He got a
you
pop.
had Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah.
Jimmy Havoc was in there.
Havoc.
Jimmy
he had,
Havoc is Mr. fucking Deathmatch, dude.
He
Like
had the fucking staple
big
gun,
on death
dude.
matches.
He's the staple
We
gun.
had
And
we had
he had the
we
staple
had
gun.
Jungle Boy.
Jungle
We
Boy. Yeah.
had Marco Stunt.
Brian Pillman
Mark-
Jr.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Right.
Glacier.
with the raddest mullet I've ever seen, dude. Fucking like
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus.
Dude, so
MJF.
later
So
we'll
many
get
good.
to our story about Brian Pillman Jr.
He's got the raddest mullet I've ever seen in my life. Dude.
Tell us the story, Robert. Shut up,
Well,
Cash.
when we get to the after party, we're going to talk about Brian Pillman. So let's keep going.
Okay. So, who got entered at lucky motherfucking number 21?
Who
we
drew
had
the Joker?
Hangman Page.
Hangman motherfucking Page.
Adam Page.
To come out and
He's a
win it.
motherfucking horse. You know what's on your shirt?
A fucking
What's on your
horse.
shirt?
What animal is that?
The fucking
animal is that?
horse. So Hangman comes out to win it, and it was a really cool setup towards the end. How he got MJF thought he won it because he was hiding under the ring,
Yep.
and Hangman gets thrown over the top, but Hangman held on. Hangman comes back in with the what's his lariat called?
What's his lariat called, Robert?
Buckshot lariat.
Buckshot
Buckshot
lariat. That's what it
lariat.
is. He hits him
Dude.
hard as
Well,
fuck
he does like a
with
fucking
the
front flip
buckshot
over the
lariat.
top rope.
Yeah, bro.
Front flip
He
over the
hits-
top
and that's
rope.
a big dude.
Yeah.
Hangman is a big motherfucker.
Which is kind of, it's funny because if you watch at the end of Omega Man documentary, Chris
Yep.
Jericho goes on this whole thing and he's like talking about the elite. And he's like, well, you get this group of guys. He's like, you got this guy that does fucking moonsaults out of nowhere and they call him Hangman Page. It's like, it's funny, but it was very, it was like, okay, I guess you're right. This guy does just show off because he can.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
tell you what. If MJF had won that match,
Hangman Page. Like you guys go back to old school being the elite, man. Like
Hungman Page.
it's like
Hangman Page.
Hangman Page.
Big,
Dude,
big
if-
dick
Why do you
swinging.
think he had the penis? Why do you think he had the penis rivalry with Joey Ryan?
Ah.
But if MJF had won that match, I
make
wouldn't have
sense.
even been pissed off,
Of
dude. I
course not.
wouldn't have even been upset about it.
Of course not. But
Sweet.
MJF lost and Hangman Page won. Now he
Yeah. Number one
faces
contender.
Jericho.
Jericho, which we will
Which
get into
we'll get
that
into that.
match.
'Cause he would go on to face the winner of the main event.
Yeah, which was Omega versus Jericho. And that's at All Out
Yep.
Yeah.
In August.
in August 26th. When's All Out, Robert?
August
Something or
August.
other.
16th.
No,
I'll
it's
figure it
20
out.
something.
Somebody
figure it
Google
out.
it.
It's 20
I'll
something.
figure it out.
Somebody
August 20 something.
Google it.
I have it open on my webpage, but I'm on my phone, so
I know like AEW's next thing is Fighter Fest, which is like June 21st.
Yeah, that's got Moxley versus Joey Janela.
Moxley
dude.
versus Joey Janela.
Oh my god.
And Robert's been talking about that like a son of a bitch. Like that's
August
the match he
31st.
wants to see is
August
fucking
31st, it's All Out.
yeah, fucking Robert wants to see fucking Mox
day
versus
as
Joey Janela, which we'll get into that. But fucking like
dude, this spot, like, I want to see them kill each other because, like, Mox is ready to go. He wants to do some shit, you know, like, he showed it at all the. Well,
Yeah.
never
No,
mind.
well,
We
not
get
yet,
we
yeah.
get to get back to the card.
So
All right,
that's
let's-
actually what I wanted to say is that this whole AEW thing is so exciting that it's so hard
We're
to
just-
stay on track.
Yeah, we're
'cause
just splurging.
it's so
everywhere.
hard to
Splurge it
stay
out,
back
man.
on things that you
But,
want to talk about later.
you know,
Fucking like yeah.
Anybody that's listening now already knows anyways, so
All-
it's all good. But
All Out happens to be on the same day as the WWE NXT UK pay per view. I don't know, just thought that.
I think we're watching Fighter
Interesting.
Fest at Steven's
is that?
house.
I
Fucking
think
we'll
that'd be
see.
interesting. August 31st is when All Out is
Oh,
going to be.
okay, so we were all wrong.
Yeah. So,
Dude,
all out
if
on that
Fighter
one.
Fest is $49.99, I'm gonna be fucking pissed,
So-
dude. Like I don't want to.
yeah,
That's totally what I said. I said August 31st, you guys.
yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Dude,
That's
didn't you
exactly
say
what I said.
August 17th, Robert? I swear to God, you said
No,
like
no, like, play it back. Like, come on, super producer, play it back. Like, I said August 31st.
he said August 15th.
Superior producer.
So, anyways, we had Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara.
It was a good match.
What a
it was
great
good.
match!
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that was the very first singles match for AEW.
It was a
yes,
good
it
match.
was. Yes, it was.
It
And it was
wasn't
a
a great
damn
match, but
good
it was a good. It was
match.
a
No,
good
it was a
match.
damn
It
And
was
if
good.
that's
It
setting
was
the
really good.
standard, if that's setting the standard for what we're going to be seeing for AEW, I'm excited because
Yeah.
that match was insane.
Yeah,
Well,
That was
So
their
being a
cruiserweight.
match-
That was their cruiserweight division showing themselves off.
Just
dude,
that
fucking-
one
what it
match
was.
better than anything the WWE has put out in fucking ages, dude.
It's
Like,
hard, man,
if
because
they-
I
if
always
they
bring up
ended it-
NXT.
if
Fucking
they
I always
ended
Well, I'm
the
do.
not talking about
right
NXT.
there.
I'm talking about
Main roster. Main roster,
What are you
yeah,
saying,
absolutely.
Robert? What happened?
I was saying if they had ended the show after that match right there, I would have gone on home happy.
Yeah.
Like that's how good the show was.
See,
Like,
I
That's
didn't
how
say
good-
that with
yeah,
that
that's
match.
how good the Battle Royal was and the fucking.
So who
and
the
that
hell?
match.
Kip Sabian won that match. Fucking
Yep.
Kip Sabian won that match. That wasn't the match. That was my Go Happy match. It was SCU versus the fucking Strong Hearts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so up
SCU.
next we had SCU versus the Strong Hearts.
That was a
fucking
phenomenal
golden
match.
match.
And let's not try to talk over each other here. One at a time here. The Strong Hearts.
Ref, get some goddamn order
Yeah,
in here.
get in there, ref.
So the Strong Hearts, if nobody's familiar with the Strong Hearts, which of course everybody's a bit more familiar with SCU, Strong Hearts are from OWE.
Yeah. Oriental Wrestling Entertainment.
Yes. And oh my God, what a match. I seen a picture on Christopher Daniels' Twitter of all three of the those OWE guys drop kicking him in the head.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Daniels is what, fucking 50 years old now? Like, Daniels is up there. Like, he's close to 50 if he's not. Frankie Kazarian is close to 50. Scorpio Sky is the youngest guy in that fucking.
Yeah, he's young about.
Scorpio Sky's got to be 37, 38,
So,
man.
If you want to,
So
if you want to get
my favorite
technical,
part of the match, though, my favorite part of that match was when Shima and Christopher Daniels got into the ring against each other. That is a storied rivalry, and that
absolutely.
was badass. That was a badass moment.
Dude,
of the
he's
match.
right.
Like,
Fucking, he's
for
absolutely
an
right.
indie fan, like I nerded out on that hard.
one of the guys,
I did too.
One of the guys sitting next to us kept popping me so hard because he was saying John Cena. And he was like, just kept coming up with all these Cena references for SEMA, and I just couldn't hold my shit together anymore.
Oh, dude, the first time I saw SEMA was like WCW back in like 98 or 99.
He's a fucking
like
legend.
SEMA's like, he's been around forever, man.
So-
He went over to China and started the fucking OWE shit
So technically,
with Dragon Poo.
if you want to get completely technical, this was the first match of AEW's Double or Nothing, which was their not because the buy-in was kind of like their pre-show, which is like kind of like, okay, this is official, this really happened.
Yep.
But like this is the show right here.
Show.
This is the
beginning of
that was
That
the
was
beginning.
getting
Of it.
all the stragglers, all the non-believers, all the people who were like, I don't know if I'm going to buy the pay-per-view, and they got that for free. And then they were like, I got to buy this.
I get where you're going with that. It was definitely a great, like, hey, if you like that, then we're going to have some shit to top that if you buy the pay-per-view.
Yep.
I said
And I
SCU
think that's
versus
why
the
they
Strong
gave that
Hearts.
away for free. Like that was totally free because
That was a great
of the fact
idea.
that, like, I think they had to charge like extra. Like it was free for a good amount of the world. Actually, got the pay-per-view for free.
Well, I hate to compare the two, but WWE always puts their pre-shows out on YouTube and whatnot for free as well. So it's kind of like, I think it's standard.
See,
Make
but
the
I
pre-show
said
free.
SCU versus Strong Hearts was one of the best 6-man tags I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the best 6-man tag matches that I've
Well, I remember
ever seen.
like being in the chat, and we have a wrestling
We have
chat
a wrestling
that
chat.
Robert's in, Meatbag's in, and Cash is in, and I'm myself am in, and we were just like, holy fuck! Like if you're
was
gonna
amazing.
put a first match on, like that's
That's the one.
you know.
Yep.
Like,
that was one of the best 6-man tags. And I mean, I've been a
and
fan
that's kind of gonna be like the whole thing with this card is just like every match was like, holy fuck.
I've been a
like,
fan of Christopher Daniels for probably about 17, 18 years now, man. Fucking Christopher Daniels, I go back 17, 18 years. Frankie Kazarian, I go back about 15 years, man. Scorpio,
dude. Yeah.
I mean, dude, well, if you were watching Impact, like
formerly known as
2009,
TNA,
2010, fucking whatever it was, when Daniels and Kazarian
Well,
started tagging,
Angel.
when they started tagging together,
dude, talk about TNA. Robert went to a fucking, what was it, Bound for Glory that was here in Phoenix?
did you go to Bound for Glory, bro?
Was it Bound for? Yeah, I think it was Bound for Glory. Yeah.
Styles versus Bully Ray.
Which is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
Was it Styles versus Bully Ray that night?
Oh man, I honestly, I want to say yes.
Oh, okay, thank
But
you.
yeah, dude, I mean, honestly, Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels have been tagging
Wait,
together
wait,
for
no,
8,
no,
9
no,
years,
no.
dude. 8, 9 years they've been tagging together.
What was that, Robert?
Never mind. Keep going.
No, they've been tagging together for as long as I've been watching those two guys. Fucking like, Daniels a little longer. Because I sit there and say, dude, fucking probably the best triple threat match I ever saw in my life was AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and fucking Samoa Joe, dude.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
like That's old school
That's
TNA,
just a
dude.
fucking- has
That was
gold
the
all
best
over it. It's dripping in
triple
gold.
threat I ever saw, dude. Was that one? And they did it 2 or 3 more times after that. But fucking Christopher Daniels, fuck the Fallen Angel, man. He's been one of my favorites for
Yeah.
15 years,
So-
dude. 15, 16 years.
SCU comes out with the victory. Clean victory.
Clean.
Not a fucking,
Nope.
no asterisks or
No
anything. like
WWE
that.
fucking.
Yeah.
fucking-
It was good. It was good. The whole match was fire. Next we had Meatbag.
What was next? Pete?
I don't have my notes pulled up right now. I was pulling up a picture of a dumpster
It
fire
was
because that's what
women-
this shit's starting to sound like with everyone talking over each other.
it was
So
the women's
let's get some
match.
goddamn order in this
Meatbag's
motherfucker.
gonna fucking
Let's get some
freak
goddamn
out.
order in
not
here.
gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do and freak out.
Let's get some goddamn order in
Good for
here.
you,
all right?
man.
So, anyways, after the SCU versus the Strong Hearts match, you had the women's match.
Oh, like I said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dude,
So what you thought was going to be a triple threat ended up
Oh,
being
yeah.
a fatal 4-way.
It was
we
awesome.
had Awesome Kong
Yeah,
coming down.
yeah. Britt Baker, Kylie Ray, Nyla Rose, and Awesome Kong was added to it. You thought, to me, I was a little bit swerved because I thought Brandy was going to be in it, but it ended up being Awesome Kong.
I marked out when Awesome Kong came out. I marked the fuck out.
Oh, dude, I
marked
screamed.
out.
I was like, no fucking way, because
Well,
she's
Brandy
like,
was
she's one
dressed
of
in-
the people that deserves it. you know?
Brandy
Like,
was
she's
dressed in
good.
her ring gear, so everybody thinks Brandy's gonna
Yeah.
come out and fucking be in the match. And she goes, "I want this match to be awesome." I was like, "What the fuck?" So Awesome Kong comes walking
No,
out.
I
It's
thought
like,
the Miz was gonna come running
I
out.
thought I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I didn't know what the hell it meant. I was like, "All right, there's Awesome Kong," and then Dr. Britt Baker, man, fucking, which they're trying to plan their women's division around her. Like Britt Baker's awesome, dude. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Kylie Ray also. Like, I mean, I like Kylie Ray a lot, like too. But fucking,
Dude, Kylie Ray ended up being really cool. Like she was at StarCast and she was like totally a down to earth person. Like
Totally.
I really became a fan of Kylie Ray, and she tore it up in that match.
she did. Absolutely. That doesn't surprise me, man, because Kylie Ray's got that kind of like bubbly, like, you know, I'm a down to earth person. I'm not gonna fucking act like I'm a superstar. Fucking, it was between her and Britt Baker for me. It was like it's either one of these two that's gonna win this match. But fucking Britt Baker's got that personality where it's like, you know what, I think she's gonna pull it out.
And as the typical rules of a fatal 4-way match goes, there's no disqualifications.
Nope.
And it was a fucking cool match with a lot of cool spots. Little table action, just fucking super cool. Britt Baker comes out with the win. And I was actually really stoked because I
was surprised.
I predicted
Dr.
Britt
Baker.
That was one of my predictions, and I see a lot of big things coming her way.
Oh yeah,
in all
Yeah.
of
she's
these
gonna be a
wrestling.
top
Yeah.
star. I think she's
First
gonna be the first women's-
AEW women's champion.
Yeah, if we can
for
go ahead
sure.
and make that
Yeah.
prediction. I thought Awesome Kong was gonna win.
No,
Just
I
because of
had
her.
Britt Baker that whole time. I was like, dude, it's gonna be Britt Baker. Fucking, she's gonna win this match, and then she did. I was like,
That match, like the best thing about Double or Nothing is like I had like, next to no predictions going in because like it was such a blank slate. Like that match going into it, like it was even between all of them. Like there was no one who pulled any favor. I mean, maybe Awesome Kong just because of her like size and just tenure, but like other than that, there was no definitive like person coming up on top. Like whereas in WWE, you predict everything.
you
going
know
on.
who's gonna win. Yeah.
Right.
Can we
right.
hype it for a second? Fucking first transgender female in wrestling
That's
history
great. Yeah.
in that match. Fucking first transgender female in wrestling history, like in that fatal 4-way.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the hell's her name?
Which I will say,
Nyla
Yes.
Rose.
I
Nyla
was
Rose.
ripping on during the show, but we met afterwards, and she is actually a really sweet
Yep.
person.
Yeah, we have a picture with her.
Good shit. Good
yeah.
shit.
Who
Much
was up
respect.
after that? It was Best Friends, wasn't
Nope.
it?
Yes, actually,
Best
that's
Friends.
exactly who it was. It was Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
I'm a huge fan of Chucky T. I like Chucky T a lot, dude. Chucky T and Trent Beretta are fucking. That's a phenomenal tag team.
Dude, it was really fucking hard to like catch our breath because every fucking match was just like
So good.
Yeah, there was really no
No.
breaks.
There wasn't.
It was
there
just
wasn't like
nonstop.
a big. Well, and I think that was
Nonstop
their
awesomeness.
thing too. Is they wanted to do a good
Yeah.
short show. They didn't want to do like
Yeah.
a fucking 8-hour long extravaganza like
I
WWE
would say
does.
that match
It was still like 5 hours
Yeah.
long, but it was a great show.
that match was the closest
Great
you were
show.
gonna get to a break in the show. It was a great match. It was, but fuck, because I'm a huge
It's
fan of
hard to
Chucky
take
T.
a break during
Yeah.
Like
history.
you know, but what the hell was the other guy in the tag
We'll
teams?
talk about when Robert decided to take a break. But
What the hell was the other guy? Well,
Out.
Chucky, the best friends face
Let's
who? Who
not
did they
talk
face?
about when I decided to take a break.
yeah.
It was Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
All right, so Jack Evans has been around for like what 25 fucking years, man. Like he's been in every indie promotion ever. So watching fucking Jack Evans in that match, it's like, dude, this guy was in NXT. He was in NXT. Fucking Jack Evans at one point was in NXT. Fucking, he's been in every indie promotion ever. So some of those high spots
Oh yeah,
with Jack Evans,
Right.
it was like, man, this dude is still incredible.
that's
Just
fucking.
his like ring charisma, like he
Yeah.
doesn't like
Yeah.
just like the way he comes into the ring, like when he does like his like 3 or 4 flips right there before he even gets to his side of the ring, like he hasn't even started the match and he's
Nope.
already throwing out moves.
Yep.
That are
Unlike-
like
Jack Evans is 47 years old, man, and fucking he
That's
still
kinda like-
throws down hard.
Was the undertone of the whole show was like, hey, like every single match included these guys that you actually should know who they are.
Yep.
The fact that you don't is on you.
Yep.
And boom, here's this. So moving
Right.
forward, or actually, who was victorious?
All
there?
right, so Chuck Taylor actually hit the Doomsday sexy chuckle knee off the top rope, baby.
Yeah.
And Angelico actually fucking threw what's his name over the ropes and or
Trent
tackled
Beretta.
him. Yeah, and
Trent Beretta.
Best Friends got the win.
Yep.
But the cool shit was they hugged it out after the match.
Yep.
They always hug it out.
They
Always
hugged
do.
it out
That,
after the
that
match.
got one of the biggest pops of the night.
That was
when
it.
they
That was
fucking
awesome.
clicked
There was
with
a
the
couple.
hug,
There
dude.
was a couple hugs over the course of the evening that got
Dude,
pops.
that crowd, our crowd was just pop ready,
Yep.
dude. We were just
Yeah.
ready to fucking.
Who the hell showed up? Oh, the Super Smash Brothers showed up at the end of that match. Fucking Super
Yeah.
Smash Brothers
that's-
showed
nobody
up
and
can
then,
figure
and then we
out-
had the run in right at the end of that match.
running.
Yeah, it was the Super Smash Bros. Nobody knew who they
Yeah,
were.
nobody in the
None of us
audience
knew who the
So
fuck they were.
we were all chanting, "Who are
Who
you?
are you?"
Yeah.
Who are you?"
And if we would have paid attention, they announced that Super Smash Bros. Like that. Remember that thing we we're trying to figure out of the guy's fucking screenshot on his phone,
yeah,
Dude,
and it was the Super Smash Bros.
Joey and I are
Right.
sitting in
That
his
was a-
garage
that
and
was a
we didn't know who
plug.
the fuck they were. We were like, dude, who the hell are these?
Yeah.
You got Jared going,
It was
what
a-
the hell?
I think it was Tim.
What the hell?
Shout out to Tim Willie on our chat was like, dude, it's the fucking Super Smash Bros. And
Which
we're
apparently
like,
they have
oh.
to change that name or they're going to get sued by fucking Nintendo.
that was hilarious.
That's legitimate. They're going to get sued by Nintendo if they don't change their name.
That was
So they got to come up
hilarious.
with something else,
So the next match, you had the Joshi girls match.
which was I thought was great.
I thought it was amazing.
I thought it was
I will
great.
try to pronounce their last names the best I can. You
I'll
had
help you.
Shida, Rio, Mizunami.
Rio Mizunami, fucking Mizunami.
That one's Ryo. And then Aja Kong, not Awesome Kong, as we were talking about earlier.
Aja Kong.
Yeah.
Aja Kong,
Sakazaki,
Yuka Sakazaki.
Sakura, and it was a fucking killer match.
Oh,
I
it
really
was
thought it was cool.
great.
And
It was
if you
great.
guys watched the, can't remember exactly what it was, but it was
that was
Kenny,
Kenny shit.
Kenny Omega commenting on that match.
Yeah.
Made him very
Dude,
emotional.
Kenny was the
actually
one that
lit.
found
Like,
those
that's
girls.
Like you guys wanted to go and have a cigarette for that match, but I was like really into that one. That one was like I don't know. I didn't. That was another.
Oh, we'll
match
talk
where I
about
had
cigarette
no
breaks
pull.
during matches later.
Yeah.
But
Kenny Omega was the one that he said that he found those girls and he was watching their matches going, Jesus Christ, how the hell does the American audience not know about them?
so
How does he not know?
So what I'm trying to say is Kenny Omega talked about there was 2 times during the event that he got emotional. And that during the Joshi girls match, that was one of the times he got really emotional.
Yep.
So
Yeah. And well, also that was something that like you were touching on, the American audience has never seen before.
No,
So
never.
it was like, forgive me for wanting to be like, okay, this is where we should go have a cigarette. But also thank you, Robert, for being like, no.
You got to watch
like,
this.
no.
Right.
And
So-
like,
You have to watch this.
we ended up
Right.
experiencing a great fucking match.
It was great.
Right.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Shida, Rio, and Mizunami came out with the win. It was a great 6-woman tag match. So next up, you had probably one of the best
One of
matches
the
night.
greatest like old school matches I've
It was
ever
like-
seen.
It was a great match. You had Cody versus Dustin.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so
Brother versus
old school.
brother.
It was so old school, dude. Like the way they worked that match was like something you would have seen in one of the Southern Territories, dude.
Dude, that
Fucking
was like a 1979. match.
Exactly.
That
That's
was
that's
like
what I said
glory
about it.
day, freaking. Oh my god.
Me and Joey are sitting in his garage watching that, and I was like, dude, this is like some fucking territory shit. I was like, this is a territory match.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Dude,
is
there was,
old
like,
school
tears
wrestling,
in
dude.
the match, like freaking Brandy, like getting involved. Like, dude, there was so much storyline put into that match.
DDP
Like,
came out. dude.
DDP came out and took
Right.
fucking Brandy away.
So Brandy's trying to distract and interfere. And at some point when they take the I know that they were trying to make this an angle. When they took the turnbuckle off, I know and Dustin smacked his head on that.
Yep.
And then there was an interference with Brandy.
Yep.
Brandy ended up
where
hitting
she smacks him with the cane,
Yep.
Yes, which is
and that's
essentially
actually
what
what busted
split
him
him.
open.
Yes, that's essentially what split him open. So, I don't know if he was planning on bleeding that much, but holy hell,
Dude,
brother.
I told you when we were
There
watching
was
on
a lot of
TV,
blood.
like blood is gushing from his forehead, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like this
Dude,
is this
like,
wasn't
I
just a
was worried
minor
he was gonna
cut.
die. Like, did you see his post-interview matches? Like, he looks like a ghost.
Yeah,
And then
he lost a lot of blood.
And what I thought was super cool, you got to see the classic Earl Hebner throwing somebody
Yeah.
out.
Out of here.
And Brandy wouldn't leave.
She
So,
did.
None other than Diamond Dallas Page himself comes down
But,
there
hey,
and
we're-
just snatch Brandy up.
we're
And
talking
everyone's
about-
going DDP, DDP,
We're
Yeah.
talking, but wait a minute. We're talking about Cody versus Dustin. Can we talk about what fucking Cody did before the match started?
Oh,
When
yeah.
he went back
Yeah.
and fucking took the
Which, again, you can
sledgehammer
find- I posted
and
on
destroyed the fucking
I posted
Triple
on our
H's
YouTube
throne.
channel, the Gio and Meatbag YouTube channel, basically my AEW weekend, and it's about an hour long. So I mean, if you want, you can check it out. But there's definitely our perspective of that was one of the things I got was I was like, oh wow, like he's walking past that throne that kind of looks like Triple H's, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god,
Oh
you
my
guys,
god.
Brandy just
Yeah.
handed him a sledgehammer, and like you see my reaction live, like he's gonna go fucking break
See,
that thing that looks like Triple H's thing.
when Cody talked about it afterwards, they asked him about it. What was that a message sent to Triple H? He goes,
duh.
he's like, I just want people to understand that I'm not like the corporate guy. He goes, yeah, this is my company. He goes, but
he wants to play ball.
I'm a wrestler first. He goes,
He wants to
yeah, I
play
want to
ball.
play ball.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play ball. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, that was phenomenal. But the ending of that match was probably the most emotional I've gotten over a fucking wrestling
I
match.
almost cried. Like literally,
Like-
I was on the verge of tears. I was on the verge of tears for a lot of that
A
night.
lot of people in the crowd were
Like watching the end of that match where fucking like he's got a match with the Bucks in fucking what, July? Fucking
there was people
got a match with
handing
the
out
Bucks.
fucking tissues
yeah.
at the end of their rows
Right.
because of that match. Like
He goes,
So-
I don't need a partner. I don't need a friend.
After Cody defeats Dustin, he hits him with the crossroads.
Mhm.
Dustin assumes he's gonna come back in and kick the shit out of him, so he kind of like,
backs into
crawls
the
out-
corner.
yeah,
and he's
backs
like,
in the
no
corner.
more. Yeah.
Yep.
and then Cody asks, I need I put my name on a piece of paper for a match.
Tag team
and
match.
Yep.
It's a tag team match against the Bucks, and I need a partner, and I don't need a friend. I don't
He
so
said,
on
"I
and
don't
so
need a
forth.
partner.
I don't need a partner.
I don't need a
I don't need a
friend.
I don't
friend.
need a partner.
I need
don't
my
need a
older
friend.
brother.
I need a brother.
I need my
I
older
need
brother.
my older brother,
Yeah.
and he
I
like
need my older
literally
brother.
just, like started crying as he said that.
It
And
was
that
legit.
real.
They were
Yeah.
both really crying
Yeah.
fucking when that was
So-
going down.
That was so fucking cool, dude.
It was cool. It was just an emotional. It
That was-
definitely
That was a
tugged the
great story.
heartstrings. Yeah.
One of
that
the
was a
better fucking
great
endings of a match I
story.
think I've ever seen. I was like,
It's
dude, that
like-
was.
And you see, like right before he does that little speech, that Dustin is trying to pull off his boots. He was literally
Yeah, he was-
leaving his boots in the ring. He was
Yep.
going to retire right there.
Yep.
That's why Cody opened up
Cody
that
stopped
speech.
him.
He's like, no,
You don't get
Well,
to retire.
Yeah, it was perfect because it looked like a heel angle at first. And he's like, it looked like he was just going to be like, you don't get to retire
gets
here.
retired, no.
Go hit the gutter or something. But
Yeah.
he turned it around and was like,
Yeah.
Nope, you're not done yet.
But see, if
like-
you watch the shit that Dustin did after that match, he sat there and he goes, that is the best match I've probably ever had. Fucking like that is, in terms of storytelling, in terms of fucking technical ability, in terms of all that shit, that is probably the best match I've had in the last 25 years.
Yeah, it was a lot of cool stuff, man. You got to see him do like some really crazy shit that a
Oh,
50-year-old dude
Yeah.
should not be doing.
Dude,
Yep.
and he bled and bled
Bled his
and bled
ass off.
and bled.
And his blood was in his
It
eyes.
was
and he
Oh,
still-
gushing from his
Cody's hair
fucking
was
head,
red
dude.
for the
Yeah.
rest of the night. And
Oh.
Because
Cody
you know
didn't
the
even
fucking
bleed.
Dustin bladed fucking like towards bladed, dude. Like it wasn't
Oh,
like he was
dude.
cut open.
He tore a chunk out of his face.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
insane.
Cody is such a good storyteller. 'Cause,
Cody's
like,
great.
There was this like that moment, and like the two best wrestling moments I have were like from Cody, like the California moment when they split from the Bullet Club, and like
Yep.
he came out to help Kenny. And then that moment right there are the two best wrestling moments. Like he is a
Yep.
storyteller, just like his dad. He got that
Yep.
gift straight from his dad.
Yep.
Right.
Can we talk about the greatest tag team match of all time now?
Yes, we can. But first, we're going to talk about Bret Hart introducing
Oh,
the
yeah, that was
AEW Championship.
That was nice.
What
I
a
have a little-
surprise.
Little backstory to that too.
What a
Mm.
surprise. You got a backstory?
A little backstory, but it goes
Okay,
after.
go for it. 'cause
I
got
heard
pee
it
really
too.
bad.
I heard what you were about to
So,
talk
so
about.
what did everybody think of the title?
I thought
I
it was
thought it
the
was
most,
great. I love it.
I thought it was the most beautiful title I've ever seen in wrestling.
That's great.
It's a
Dude,
good,
it
it's
looks
good
like a
looking title.
throwback title with like a mix of like it almost looks like an IGP title, like with like old school gold. Like
Gio,
Yeah.
who
And-
was that
and kinda-
supposed to be?
And kind of mixed with I see Lucha Underground in there. I see a lot of indies, ROH. I see just like that whole title is inspired by.
I
a
want
lot of
you
things.
to tell me who was
I
that?
feel like
Who was that
is the
supposed to be?
king
What are
of,
you
like
talking
indie
about? 'Cause
titles. Like,
It wasn't supposed
that
to be
thing
Brett.
Mixes
Oh,
all of
that's-
them together.
That's not where I was going at all.
Oh, I thought. Oh, yeah.
Where I was going with it actually kind of takes away from it because, if you've noticed, Bret Hart is kind of like fragile lately.
Yeah.
He's like kind of gimping around like Mick Foley and
Yep.
shit. But after he presented the title and the championship, he was walking back up the stage, and I had my eyes on Bret Hart, and there was still like story happening in the
Yeah.
ring, right? So he's off camera, and he's just basically trying to find his way backstage, and. Bret Hart fucking literally
Fell
fell
off
off
the
the stage.
stage.
Yeah, like in the back, like where the curtain was draped down, right in like the center stage, like
Yeah.
because every wrestler was going like off to the left or off to the right, and he went like straight back. But
Straight
what
back.
pissed me off is nobody was like with
There
him.
to help
There
him.
wasn't like a tech guy with a headset on going, okay, go this way. Like he was like stumbling around looking for where to go, and then you just see him fucking plummet,
But
dude. And I was like, oh, and like there was a good portion of the crowd that was like, oh, like everybody just saw fucking Bret Hart fall, and it was like, holy shit.
but did you hear that? Who that was supposed to be? It wasn't originally
Well,
Brett.
Hold on. You're like just gonna no sell that whole thing right here?
No, it was
Like,
terrible. I
hold
know it
on.
was terrible.
I actually had a guy on the inside. Robert and I had a guy on the inside named, Damian Drake. Got his pin right
What's his
here.
name drop right there? Damian Drake.
But I text Damian and I'm like, hey,
Did you know
dude.
he just had a huge match in AAA?
Yeah. So I text him and I was like, hey man, is Bret Hart okay? And he was like, yeah, like why? And I'm like, well, dude, like he just fell off the fucking stage. And he was like, oh shit, like let me get back to you. And then, got back to me and he was like, yeah, he's fine. Everything's all right. Like
Hey,
guess
so
it
speaking
wasn't.
of Damian Drake, did you hear he just had a huge match in freaking AAA?
Yeah, for the second time now. Yeah. So,
Do you know who that was originally supposed to be? Because that wasn't originally Brett
now.
Spot. Now let
So,
me tell you.
yeah.
Now's a good time
It
to
was
bring
not
that up.
originally Brett Spot. Fucking originally, the guy that they had fucking coming in was Ric Flair. Fucking
oh yeah.
Flair was supposed
I didn't know
to.
that, but I thought that.
Ric Flair was supposed to be the guy they had coming.
Yeah.
16-time fucking world champion.
Oh, of course.
Coming in, introducing that fucking
man.
title. That was the guy they had initially to come in fucking before Brett, and then fucking Rick went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And was near death or whatever the fuck it was. But
I was taking a pee. Did you guys talk about what happened during him introducing the title? Like who came out?
No,
Anything?
no,
we did
haven't
not
covered
talk
that yet.
about Maxwell Jacob
Okay,
Friedman.
So MJF comes out to interrupt because Paige was down in the ring with Bret Hart, right? So MJF comes down, cuts a fucking badass promo, dude. Just
Yeah.
fucking getting some great heat from the-
Solidifies his place
getting
as
some
a heel.
great heat from the crowd, and out comes Jungle Boy and Jimmy Havoc, and then all three of them just kind of like get MJF out of there. It was a great little situation.
I just want to say that MJF is one of my favorite fucking heels in the world.
yeah, he's
good.
fucking great.
Well, what was funny too is he was like, "Oh, Brett, look out, a fan!"
It's real good. But yeah, that was really good. Up next, we had the greatest tag match I've ever seen in my entire life. Damn. Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros.
Can I go as
Holy
far as to
shit.
say this was my favorite? This is my favorite wrestling match of all time.
Yeah.
Like number one.
I can't
It stole it.
I can't be upset with you about that because that was some of that was a fucking clinic, bro.
Well,
You know?
and like we're still all holding on to all these emotions from the Cody Dustin match that it was just like this was a good spot to just like just bleed out all our emotions.
Can I talk about Ray Phoenix for a second and talk about some of the moves he pulled off in that match? Because that's shit that I had never seen before.
Oh,
Never seen it.
Yeah, innovative for sure.
Yeah, so it was definitely a fucking great match. I mean, it's the show stealer, bro. Fucking show stealer. So anyways, Young Bucks with the Meltzer driver, baby, ended up fucking
Taking the
retaining.
V.
Yeah, ended up
Taking the
retaining the
dub.
AAA tag titles. It was a great match, dude.
If you watch BTE today, they're just sitting on their fucking porch with
the
their
titles.
with their AAA fucking tag titles.
So that was great. And then of course, the main event.
Yes.
Which
Sorry, guys.
Robert decided to go have a cigarette.
Sorry.
So
Because why
we're getting
couldn't
to
you?
the entrances, right? Entrances are starting, and Rob's like, let's go have a cigarette. So we have a cigarette during their entrances. What we missed while we were having a cigarette was Jericho's phenomenal entrance.
Which featured our boy Damian Drake, and we didn't even fucking catch that.
Yeah, and that was a really
Which,
cool
by the way,
entrance.
did you guys hear that he just had a huge match in AAA?
Yeah, he did the really cool entrance with the jacket, and then the list, which was what Damian was doing.
Yeah.
and then you had the Painmaker Chris Jericho come
Yeah.
down that ramp, just looking like a badass dude, looking like he's ready to have one of the best matches of his career,
yeah.
being a fucking 30-year
Dude,
veteran.
honestly, I thought this one was better than the first one. Like,
was real good,
like,
Robert.
I enjoyed the first one for what it was, but this one
Are you
was
talking
like
about All In?
Jericho. No, I'm talking
He's
about
talking
Kenny
about-
versus
At Wrestle Kingdom.
Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny versus Jericho, which was in
I meant Wrestle Kingdom.
Tokyo Dome.
I meant Wrestle Kingdom, not All In, because that match
Yeah,
didn't exist. on
Wrestle
that card,
Kingdom.
but
It was at the Tokyo Dome, but like
Wrestle
I
Kingdom
think
12.
this one was like so much better. Like that one, I feel they were still feeling each other out. This one, like Jericho and him had a style. They had motion. Like I don't know. There was nothing like there was no. Well, it wasn't. I can't even put words to it. That was my favorite match of the card because that match was just so well done. You could tell that they had already felt each other out and they knew what they were going to do out there, and they just tore the house down.
Yeah.
And, like,
I don't feel
like Kenny and Jericho. They both looked like $1,000,000. Jericho's getting close to 50 years old now, and he was facing someone who just had, all sorts of surgeries, and neither of them, like, they both looked like $1,000,000. It was a 5-star match. Like, Dave must have even.
I don't feel like it was.
4.75.
Yeah, I don't feel like it was better than their Wrestle Kingdom match because I watched their Wrestle Kingdom match and it was fucking incredible. I feel like it was up there with their Wrestle Kingdom match, but I mean, I still would say that the best match of the night was Bucks versus fucking the Lucha Brothers.
So here's what I put into play is the Wrestle Kingdom match. It's Kenny Omega talks about this. The Wrestle Kingdom match was Jericho's way. It was no holds barred, fucking no rules, no disqualification, right?
Yep.
So the
This
second
was
one,
Kenny's rules.
I
This
saw it.
in the ring.
I saw it.
in
It was
the
Kenny
ring,
in the ring.
full rules, full
Yep.
wrestling rules, and it was Kenny's way.
Yep.
You know,
Like, but they did break the rules a little bit. They had the tables and whatnot in there, and like, but they kept it mostly in the ring. There wasn't like, the incredible, but like that one was the Canadian street fight. The first one was supposed to be their Canadian street fight. This was an AEW
Two
match,
guys from
and this was,
Winnipeg,
like,
man. Two guys from
absolutely
Winnipeg throwing
insane.
down fucking.
It was
And
definitely.
also, why I'm saying it was my favorite match of the night is also what happened at the end of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
so during the match, you've seen so many good spots, like Kenny jumping off the top rope, coming into a code breaker. You watched one thing that I
Suicide
really,
dive into the
yeah.
So can I point out one thing? One thing that like I just want to kind of like put out there. So that like how throughout all of Kenny's match we were all doing the like clap. The Kenny has his own little clap there. It's the Rise of the Terminator clap. Well, that clap is actually only supposed to be done right before he dives out of the ring. Like that isn't like actually. I like how the American I like how the American audience has just like made it Kenny's whole clap. Like every time Kenny was down, they were like trying to cheer him back up with that and whatnot. But like over in Japan, they only do that clap right before he does his dive out of the ring. It's called The Rise of the Terminator, and that's like the Rise of the Terminator song. I really like how the American audience just like pulled their own little like spin on that, and just like throughout the whole match, every time Kenny was down, they're freaking pounding on the chairs and whatnot. Like I even got into it after so long. Like I tried explaining it to you guys, but I was like, you know what? Sure,
how are you
going to
explain to 20,000 people?
That's the thing is that apparently Kenny
I was
fucking
like trying to be that nerd. I'm like, you guys, no, you got to listen here real quick.
Right, and the clap was great and everything, and I really loved all that. But what I really, what I was trying to say is I really, really appreciated the fact that they protected the one-winged angel.
It
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, he's had that an unpinnable, like, what, nobody's kicked out of it in,
ever.
yeah,
Nobody's
like
ever
how
kicked
many
out of
years? Like, since he's been using it, I think it's been, like, over 10 years he's been
Yeah.
using the one-winged angel.
Well, and that's the thing is that was the beautiful part of the story is that he just wasn't able to fucking get it.
Yep.
He wasn't able to get it off. And like if he would have gotten it off, he would have won the match, but he wasn't able to hit the one-winged angel.
I respect that so fucking much.
Well, and you got to think
And
about
you
it,
know
man.
what? As far as like the internet is hating on it right now, like I actually really liked Jericho's new finisher. Like I really enjoyed
dude,
it.
yeah,
like
it's
I
clean.
thought the Judas effect was pretty
like
good.
it was
I thought it was
believable.
good.
Like I really like that. Like if I were to swing my back elbow onto someone's face, like you're gonna hurt someone. You're gonna probably knock them out. Like if you hit them the same way that Jericho does, like that's
It's
a real
better than-
believable move.
It's better than Cena's fucking sixth new
Well,
move
but
of doom or
Jericho
whatever.
had talked about it,
I
man.
love
And
it.
he said this was the first time that Kenny Omega had ever been like heavily featured in front of an American audience, dude. Like
Yeah.
this is the first time. Like fucking, because you
What he
think about it.
deserves.
I mean, Kenny Omega has been Mr. Indie for fucking so goddamn long.
Yeah.
And when you look at fucking Double or Nothing, it was like this is the first time that Kenny Omega, I mean, outside of guys like us who have seen his matches, fucking, but Outside of guys like us, this is the first time that Kenny Omega has ever been in front of an American audience.
On that large of a scale.
Yes, on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
because I mean, he did do some ROH and like he did All In, and he also did freaking like the California show, a few shows in California. But like, as far as like a big audience, and like this is a TV audience. Like, mind you,
Yeah.
they don't have their TV. Well, they have their TV deal, but they're not on TV yet. This is a TV audience, you
Yep.
know.
Absolutely. But
let's talk about the end of the match.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what happened. I'm gonna let Meaty do it.
Give him the juice.
so Jericho wins. He hits Kenny Omega with the new move, the Judas Effect. It's fucking a great move. Love it. Definitely love that we touched on that a little bit for sure.
He gets the pin there, and then he starts demanding that he gets his thank you.
Yeah.
Or-
So Jericho starts cutting this promo as soon as he gets the pin. He gets a mic, and he's he looks like he just wrestled his ass off. Starts talking about how he beat Kenny, and now he demands a thank you. And apparently the "I demand a thank you" was a cue line for a certain somebody to come down through the audience, and that certain somebody happened to be Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose. And wow, what a
Oh my gosh, he comes
What a
down
pop.
and the way that building blew open was absolutely insane. Like, you and me were just like, I think we were like fanboying out like nobody's business
Oh.
right there. Like, that was absolutely insane. Like, the way that building was rumbling.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially when it came to the part where he comes in the ring and Jericho, if you read his lips right, he's like, "What are you doing here? You don't work here." And then he freaking hits him with the double D or the dirty deeds. And then the ref jumps in the ring, starts yelling at him. It's the ref with the dirty deeds. And then he starts
And
crouching
then
down to old.
he starts staring down Kenny.
Yeah.
And you and me are sitting there, and I'm screaming,
We lost our
"Don't you
shit."
hurt Kenny!
Yeah.
Don't you hurt Kenny!"
Yep, we lost our
Oh.
shit. I kept shaking Robert, saying we got us a rivalry. I was very excited about that because he gave Kenny the little wave and tried to pick him up and give him the dirty deeds, and Kenny threw his ass outside the ring. And,
Right after a badass match, Kenny still had enough left in him
Yeah.
to like
to get in a
face down
fucking
Mox.
brawl.
I mean, it was a good little brawl there, but it
Yeah.
ended up on that stack of poker chips, man, and then
Yeah. Ended up on the stack of poker chips, and then Moxley hit him with the dirty deeds, and then after he hit him with the dirty deeds, you seen him just happier than a pig in shit.
I need to
He's
mention-
back.
I need to
he
mention
picked
something.
him up after that dirty deeds. He picked him up and tossed him
Tossed him
off
off.
the other stage.
Yes,
that was like
exactly.
I need to
broken
mention
in
something.
Basically
half.
gives him that old Death Valley driver right off the fucking stage.
I need to mention something because JR said he didn't know about that. He didn't know
Yeah,
that
he-
Moxley was coming
he had-
out
Yeah, he had no idea.
no idea.
They kept it a surprise
because
man.
they wanted a legitimate, like, real reaction from JR whenever fucking Moxley came out because they were like, you know what, we want to keep this a surprise.
Yeah, of course.
And whenever you listen to fucking JR's reaction, it's like, what the hell?
Right. Yeah.
It's John Moxley. What the hell's going on? It was like, oh my god, that it was phenomenal watching that live.
Yeah.
You need to listen to a real JR reaction, like a real JR reaction. It was like,
Well,
dude, that oh my
Let's just
god.
clarify that you watched it live on pay-per-view.
I watched it on pay per view.
We watched it live in person.
Meatbag and myself got to. Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck
But-
all three of you.
But man.
Oh, and Robert. Robert's
What?
still
That's
here
why I
with
said
us.
all three of you. Fuck all three of you.
Yeah, I was there. I mean,
I was
off the
including
ticket.
Robert in that.
What a pop.
Well,
what a
you know-
reaction. It was
What a
one
great
of the
show.
most unbelievable moments in professional wrestling history. And you know what? I'm super proud of Kenny because even after getting thrown, even after losing an opportunity at the AEW championship, he still somehow pulled himself together and said,
and did his good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert, Kenny's got to work on that fucking cardio though, dude. Fucking like he was out of breath like a motherfucker.
Man,
Well, no, like he had his nose broken.
Yeah,
you
he had
can
his nose
see
broken. He
at the
couldn't
very
breathe.
beginning of that match, that Kenny and Jericho match, he gets his nose.
Oh, yeah,
broken.
Jericho
and
broke
I
his
feel
nose.
so bad about saying that he looked blown up, but it's because he legitimately couldn't probably breathe out of his nose because it's broken. But
Yeah, you
even
see
though-
throughout the whole match, like, I love his facial expression. The reason I actually like that match so much is because Kenny is selling his ass off. Well, I don't even think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really selling.
Well,
Like, throughout the match, you see him screaming, like, just breath. Like, he just wants breath.
I have a question. Was that because I haven't watched Double or Nothing back yet on how it was aired or anything? Was that on the air or was that just for us? The goodbye.
No, that wasn't on the.
That-
What?
It went off the air before Kenny said goodnight.
Oh, when they
Okay.
said goodnight, yeah, it
that's-
wasn't on the
So
air.
like Robert said, like
It went off the air after Moxley.
They ended it
Robert-
with fucking Ambrose sitting on the fucking poker chips going like that.
Yeah.
Like,
basically
that's
Robert
how it ended.
said that the funnest thing about the Elite and their shows is that it's not a dark match, it's like a goodbye from Kenny.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, Kenny always gives his goodbye speech.
Yeah.
Like at the end of all the New
Goodbye.
Japan shows you go to,
And
like he'll
good
come out and he
Bang.
gives like, he gives a long speech and then he gives the goodbye and good night.
bang.
Exactly, right
Yeah.
there, Cash.
Yeah.
So it was really special and really cool that we got to see that. Obviously there's a lot that wasn't the end of the weekend. So let's get into some songs. real quick.
But like, hold on, giving that speech at the end of the show, he actually goes in to explain that he's like, you guys, I'm about to die here.
Yeah,
like my
I
nose
should-
is broken.
I should
Like I
really seek
legitimately
medical attention.
Yeah, like he was messed up after that
Which
match.
again, you can find that in the AEW Double or Nothing weekend video on the Gio and Meatbag YouTube channel. It's the whole video's there. Everything you might have missed from Double or Nothing, and just the whole weekend itself.
You can also find the link on the Gio and Meatbag Twitter.
That's
Hell
right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
right.
and that's at Gio and Meatbag. But let's do what we do best here, and let's play some fucking local Arizona punk rock music.
Yeah, let's definitely play some music. That sounds really good.
All right.
What do we got?
This,
What do we got, Gio?
This right here is TV Tragedy,
Oh,
Ballad of the Pigeon Man.
Sex and all the bad members.
fucking
Trying to
sense.
swerve me, bro? I didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah. Keeping to Your Confusion by Perfect Sense.
Billy was in the band. That song. Brit.
Oh, yeah.
Little news I found out.
Fucking A. So,
During
yeah,
the
back
break.
to back there. First,
Yeah.
we had TV Tragedy. Next, we had Perfect Sense.
Welcome back to the Gio and Meatbag Show, everybody. Episode number 53. We hope you guys are tuning in on YouTube right now, and hopefully you guys have downloaded the Podbean app. You are listening to us as well through Podbean.
That's
Gio and Meatbag
geoandmeatbag.podbean.com.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so, man. So Double or Nothing was amazing, and then they had the SCU after party.
Yes, which was phenomenal. And we're going to get
Oh my
back to
God.
the phenomenal one right now.
Did you guys have to go outside to smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
We actually had to leave the building to go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
but-
we actually had to leave Chris Jericho's entrance and Kenny Omega's new music and his entrance to go have that
Yeah.
cigarette. But anyways, we're back. We got Robert back in the line.
What's that?
Let's talk
What's
about
that?
this fucking after party, man.
SCU after party, bruh.
SCU all night, the official after party of Double or Nothing.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's hear it.
It was the absolute worst party I've ever been to.
Fuck yeah. And we actually made it a point to tell every member of SCU that.
Dude, yeah, that we got to like drink with Joey Janela. We got like to hug freaking Nyla Rose.
So-
like we got freaking
That's dope.
Before we talk about that, let's talk about how we got our drinks, because we were two scumbag broke fucks by the time the SCU after party started. Like we
Are we
had,
talking about the punk rock test?
oh yeah. So basically, we had $0 and no cents. So we decided. So your boy here, Gio, scoped out this big ass fucking, the big ass Vegas cups
Oh, yeah.
that are just like ridiculous. I noticed right when we walked in, there was one sitting by the door. No big deal, maybe somebody just set it down or whatever.
Yep.
We go around, we mingle a little bit, we go out for a cigarette, we come back in, and I notice it's still there. So I'm like, oh, dude, it's fucking free game, right? So I grab it, and Robert's like, no, dude, I don't think you're allowed to have that in here. That's why it was by the door. And I'm like, well, let's just see what happens. And at first, it's just like this fruity mix of like just this fucking fruity, god awful fruit,
Jungle
fucking
juice.
fruit salad, yummy fucking drink.
Not so yummy.
And well,
Yeah, like next to no alcohol, could taste
Yeah.
next to no alcohol content.
Robert's-
Sounds like a
whatsoever.
Vegas
Robert's like, I'm pretty sure there's no
Yeah,
alcohol in this, and we're like, all right.
So I come up with this idea. I'm like, let's make a punk rock tale. Let's start going around and just grabbing all the bottoms of everybody's drink
yeah,
and just throwing it
dumping
in
them
here.
Yeah, we dumped it in
Shaking
there.
it up and seeing what happens.
Yeah. And dude, and we came up on a full, I'm pretty sure it was like a margarita that somebody set down, and it was just like not even a drink taken out of it. And I was like, Robert, grab it. And fucking Robert just on the fly, just whoop, grabs it, dumps it into our fucking cup, and then boom, we have drinks for the rest of the night.
Nice.
And then so, we got to meet the likes of the librarian, Peter Avalon.
We got to drink out on the porch and like watch freaking Brian Pillman Jr. save some girl's life as she's like out there throwing up on the porch.
Yeah, very cool
Oh
guy.
my god.
Very cool guy. Made sure that she was all right and everything like that.
I think the only people at that party that was partying harder than us though that weekend was Joey Janela. He
Well-
was fucked.
Not only Joey Janela, but SCU themselves. If you watch the videos that I posted, like they are just up on that stage drunk as fuck, and you can tell that they were so drunk. It was just an awesome time. Like there wasn't anybody charging for pictures or anything, so everybody was being so chill, like totally chill. We got to take pictures of Tommy Dreamer, the Blue Meanie hung out
Sean
with us.
Spears.
Yeah, the Perfect 10.
That's
fucking
cool as hell, man.
You know,
Dude, the perfect 10 calls me now Mr. 15 because, like, I asked him for a high five, and then, like, as he was walking away, I was like, let me get one more so I can get 10. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you 2 more so that way you could be the 15.
yeah.
Ooh.
And so now Robert is known as Mr. 15 to Sean Spears. So it was a great time.
We got to, like, talk to Tommy. Dude, it was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah,
We got to see Nyla Rose there, freaking James Storm. Willie Mack. We got to talk to Willie Mack about seeing him on the 420 show, and he actually remembered, like,
Phoenix.
grabbing our Easter egg and everything.
Yeah.
And my daughter, actually, what made him remember was the fact that my daughter had tackled him.
Yeah, he bumped for your daughter.
Uh,
But yeah, it was just a great time, man. Everybody was super fucking just friendly. There wasn't anybody trying to really mark out too crazy. Everybody was just taking pictures with each other. Like you mentioned, Joey Janela was just walking around drunk as fuck. He was at one point he was filming for one of his shows or something and interviewing people just completely drunk. He had the Road Warrior Animals fucking ring gear on with the spikes and shit. Like,
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure in that video you can see you dancing background, shaking your ass.
yeah, because they were
Like,
hitting that fucking like get low or turn down for what or something, and I was just going nuts in the background of the video.
Yeah, he's shaking his ass right behind Joey Janela.
Yeah, I
It's
twerk.
on Fight TV. If you want to find that, that's on
Yeah.
FightTV.com.
Yeah. One of the coolest things before we move away from that was one of the coolest things I saw was Joey Janela finish a Stella Artois and just fucking smash it in the trash can. Like he was just so drunk. And I was like, that guy, like, yes, like he's one of us. He just didn't give a fuck. He's like, boom. His face was on the StarCast banner. And he's just like, fuck yeah. Like,
That's
fuck
badass.
yeah. Great
badass.
fucking weekend.
Fuck yeah!
Winding down, we had me and Robert actually split ways on Sunday. We went and Robert, you went and saw Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore podcast live, and then
You went over to the Kenny Omega.
Yeah, the Omega Man documentary, basically.
Actually, we both started off in the Tommy Dreamer podcast, but I had convinced you halfway through that I was like, well, one of us should be in this and one of us should be over there because.
After Blue Meanie passed out Oreos to everybody during Tommy Dreamer's podcast, I got my Oreos and I was out. I was
yeah,
out
you
of
were
there.
like, I got free food. Fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, and I spent our last fucking $30 on 2 beers for us. So that was a thing.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
But great. Like I've been plugging all night. I have the entire interview of the Q&A after Kenny Omega's documentary on YouTube. You guys can check it out. It's actually a little piece of the Double or Nothing weekend that I posted on the Gio and Meatbag Show, but my personal YouTube channel, Alex Giordano, I have the entire part 1 and part 2 of the Q&A, and there's really, really, really good stuff that he touches on there. I highly recommend you go watch it.
Also, I would like to plug that you can go and check out Tommy Dreamer's podcast, and I don't think it's out yet, the StarCast one, but it'll be coming out soon, and I will be on there on the Q&A session. Also, you can see that on the Gio and Meatbag Twitter.
Robert Smith from The Cure.
And
Robert Smith from The Cure.
And since we had such a girthy wrestling segment tonight, we'll definitely play. I gotta ask Booker T a question on his podcast, and I got that recorded on my phone.
Yeah,
so
I think we all just scored.
Yeah, we'll
some
plug
good
that
intel.
in. Yeah, we'll plug that in next episode for
Yeah.
sure, man. Definitely.
So, without further ado,
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
that puts a cap on Through the Table.
On one of the greatest weekends of
Ever.
wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
so
still
good.
so much that we just missed and didn't talk about, but
So now can I have a little, like, 5 minutes to just give the after Double or Nothing experience?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
where we end up getting a gentleman fired from his job. Gio's pants fall off. So let me just start from the beginning here. So we're walking through a casino. At this point, we just left the SCU after party. We are drunk out of our minds. And like, oh no, this was actually the next night.
This was after the House of Hardcore and the Omega Man.
Yeah. Well, we were drunk out of our minds.
Nice.
Which we decided, let's hit the strip, have a beer, head back to the car, and go home. That did not
So
happen.
anyhow, about 5 minutes later, we're drunk out of our minds, about 10 casinos away from where we need to be. And like, so we have to stop and ask for directions. And we stop and talk to this gentleman, and he just starts whipping out bottles of liquor. He's a front registration desk worker, and he starts whipping out bottles of liquor because I tell him that Gio is the lead singer of a band. He obviously thinks Gio's a lot more famous than he is, and just starts trying to get Gio as drunk as possible, whips out Fireball, vodka, all kinds of stuff, and we just get trashed with this guy.
That was my
he
last
said some-
memory.
He said some very racist things
Honest to God.
directly in the face to some freaking people who walk up to the desk. He's like, oh, these bleeps do not need any help. I'm going to hang out with you guys for a while.
Yeah.
Then Gio is
This guy, I think I
stumbling
was
around
nuts.
and his pants fall down around his ankles. It's about this point that we have security swarm us, and they're telling us that we have to get out of the casino now.
Or Gio's
Hey.
going in cuffs.
Yeah, or Gio's going in cuffs. And so Gio's trying to fight these security guards as I'm trying to get his pants back up
Thug
and
life.
pull him out the door. And so
Thug
that
life.
guy also, he got pulled by the security, and I'm pretty sure he ended up getting fired that night. Oh,
Do we even
That-
have confirmation that he really worked there, or was he just standing behind some random table?
Was he like the concierge?
I don't know. He was counting money and had a book, and like we totally could have stole the money if we were dirtbaggery or like a little bit more.
If
Yeah.
we're more fucked up people than we already are, we probably would have taken that, or tried to take
Well,
that money.
tried
Holy
to, yeah.
shit.
I don't think we would have made it very far, considering
Yeah.
the second your pants fell down, there was
There's
like 20
cameras
security
on
guards
you
all
guys at
over
all
you.
times.
Yeah, we're already fucking hot news.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Vegas.
Can we get
Woo!
a fucking?
What happens in Vegas doesn't stay in
It goes
Vegas
on our
because it goes to the
That's
podcast.
good shit.
It's such good shit.
Thanks, Robert. It's good shit.
Hey, you know what? It makes for a good story. This is
Oh,
a good
yeah.
airtime.
Yeah,
Well, we appreciate having you, man, for the show.
yeah.
We appreciate it.
Honestly, the whole weekend we spent together was awesome. You are putting in a lot of work for our podcast and trying to connect with a lot of these wrestlers, and for that, I will always be grateful. We will always be grateful.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Robert, man, fucking too sweet, all elite. Let's fucking keep doing this thing, man. Let's
Yes, sir.
let's keep making history.
Yep.
So I'll just pull it out on an AE Dub chant.
All right, ready?
AE Dub, AE Dub, AE Dub, AE Dub.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
He
Good
he
shit.
hung up, so I didn't
Good
even have
shit.
to.
Good to talk
That's
to
perfect.
Robert, man. So we're going on like 3 hours now. We got a couple more things left for you guys, and then we gotta say
gotta
goodbye to
jet.
everybody.
I
But,
gotta go. I got home to be at. I
Yeah.
got work to be
yeah,
at
we
tomorrow.
got shit to do.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hungry too. I'm hungry. So, anyways, what's our next segment?
Well, I would like to just go ahead and say that if you're ever feeling like you really need to just get something off of your mind, just let the world know, or maybe you want it to be recorded, then come on down to Cosmic Soup Recording, where you can get $30 an hour, and that includes mixing and mastering, baby.
Yes, come on down.
Hey everyone! What's the one thing every artist needs in a recording studio? No, it's not their instrument, it's a phone charger. So let me introduce the newest addition to Cosmic Soup Recording. It's my new OLD phone charger. and it works just like a parking meter. It's only $2.10 per minute, and it secretly downloads all your dick pics while your phone is charging. So come by today and check out my new OLD phone charger. And while you're here, take advantage of my summertime special. Mention this ad and only pay $30 per hour, and that includes mixing and mastering. See you at the soup. The offer is real, but the phone charger is not. And squared sucks.
All right. So, shout out to Cosmic Soup. And speaking of Cosmic Soup, we actually have a newer segment of ours that we want to get into tonight. So, this is your
Cosmic Soup Black Hole of the Week.
Lay it on us, Jeremy.
Okay, so while you guys were in Vegas having a good time, I was here, and for some reason this was like the week of getting big time, because I got gotten 3 times by the same guy.
Oh shit.
Basically he'd send me a message, he'd say, "Hey, is the studio open?" And then I'd let him know, like, you can come at this time, blah blah blah. So first time, no call, no show. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then a few days later, he sends me another message. "Hey, studio open today?" And so I should have just said no, but I'm like, okay, you can come this time or whatever. And so then we set up a time, doesn't show up. And so now I'm like, all right, fuck this guy. But a few days later, sends me another message, like doesn't apologize or anything, just says, "Hey, can I come through?" And so I'm like, okay, sure, you can come this time. And so once again, he doesn't show up. No call, say I'm running late or something came up. No, nothing. Not even a call the next day to apologize.
Wow.
So that is the black hole of the week. Fuck that guy. He's not gonna be coming here.
What an
No
asshole.
fourth time, bitch.
Yeah.
No fucking fourth
Fool
time.
me once, shame on you. Fool me 17 more times.
Shame
Shame
on
on me.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, shit, like I'm not gonna turn down money, but fuck that,
Well, it just
Oh, yeah.
becomes
A waste
fucking
of time.
Oh yeah.
a waste of time when
Yeah.
people aren't sticking to their words. So fuck them.
So that was your Cosmic Soup. And this is what, Roadie facts? Let's no sell it. Just no sell it. This is Facts with Brody. The weekly facts.
Something.
Roadie. Roadie, Wonder Boy, whatever you want to call him.
Gio's really not having the fact that he
I'm not
wants to
letting go.
change his name.
No, we're not
letting
even
go.
gonna put it on the YouTube.
I'll never
video.
Yeah.
let you go. Never.
That'll be on there.
If
The
you wanna hear
podcast.
You got to listen to it on Podbean.
Yep.
Yeah.
GioMeatbag.podbean.com. And
Oh, thank you so much, Wonder Boy, or excuse me, Roadie, for those facts. Those were awesome. You did so good.
yes, yes, sure.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm 10 smarter now. 10 more smarters.
Oh, so anyways, let's wrap this up.
Let's do it. Let's
Gio's
make like
clearly
a
mad at
fucking
Bradley still.
let's make it like a fucking condom and fucking wrap this thing up. So what did one condom say to the other condom as they walked past the gay bar? What do you say we go in there and get shit faced?
Oh my god.
No? So there's a magician, right? And he's in Mexico doing a trick. He says, on the count of 3, I'm gonna disappear. 1, 2, poof, he is gone. Oh no, fuck that.
so much for everything. We appreciate it. Episode 53 is about ready to be a wrap.
Yeah.
Meatbag's hungry as fuck.
Thank you, Cash. Thank you, Phenomenal One, our wrestling encyclopedia, Robert.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you,
Thank
Superior
you. It's gonna
Producer.
take me
Yeah.
3 days to export this goddamn thing.
Yeah, right.
So
Thank you, Bodacious Prince. Thank you, Gio.
Thank you, Meatbag.
And thank you, Colby.
yes,
Most importantly, thank you, Kobe.
Yeah.
yeah.
With
He's
this,
basically the
Without him,
star of our
yeah,
Instagram.
he keeps
account.
Yeah.
this whole thing together.
we couldn't
He's
all
the glue.
be doing this without Kobe. So he's the glue that binds us all together.
He's the glue.
But yes, everybody, thank you so much for all the views, all the
Yeah.
downloads, all the listens, all the
Yeah.
shares.
Yeah. Y'all
we
got
appreciate
anything
it.
you want to share for us? Shoot us an email at geoandmeatbag@gmail.com.
Please.
Let us know.
We'll throw some new music up for you. We'll promote your shows. Just shoot us that email.
Tell us how we're doing. Give us ideas for whatever you want. Tell us if we're doing good, if you like segments, if you hate them, if we're too long, too short. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if Tyler and Cash talk too much. Just let us know.
Yeah. It's all just there. You can
If
let
you don't
us
want
know.
them on the podcast,
Yeah.
Give them
If there's people you want to see
5-star
more of
review.
or less of, like if you don't want me on the podcast at all anymore, just let us know. We'll gladly oblige. We're a podcast for the
That's so
fans.
funny,
So
yes. What do we got to close out the night, buddy?
I think we got some good music here by
I'm certain it's great.
and this is actually the second time that we've played this song, but I liked it so goddamn much that I'm
Oh,
gonna play it
shit.
again.
Fuck it. It's
This
our
right
podcast.
here
That's the beauty of it.
is Playboy Man Baby Adult.
Nice.
It's a really good song. I highly suggest checking it out. Everybody, check out Playboy Man Baby. Check out Perfect Sense. Check out Franks and Deans. Check out TV Tragedy. Check out No Composure. Hot new up and coming band. Brand new band. Brand new shit. Everybody, get excited. We're excited. That's why we do this podcast.
Absolutely. Definitely excited. Sorry, I was just trying to look up. I believe Playboy Man Baby has a show coming up here very soon. So I want since
yeah,
we're
every
playing
show
them-
Joe mentioned it.
Yeah. So on the 7th, they're
It
playing.
was hours ago.
I know that was how.
Man, they're doing a little run with Max Sabbath. Actually, they're
Oh,
playing
hell yeah.
Nice.
the 7th and the 8th in Cali with Max Sabbath. And yeah,
Shout
so
out to Mike
fucking
from Max Sabbath. I just hung out with him at
Good
fucking
stuff.
Haas's house.
good stuff, dude. Check out Playboy Man Baby, and good night, everybody. We
Good night.
appreciate you.
We love you. Thank you.